Two, one, and we're live. Welcome back to our second broadcast of Dragon Age role-playing game, which we'll be doing every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. For those of you who'd like to join us live, thank you for coming. For those of you watching after, thank you for watching after. For those of you not watching, fuck you. So what we're going to do this time is a quick recap of what happened last time with character introductions and things like that, and then we're going to hand it on over to Justin to carry away the story. Christopher, why don't you start us off with what happened last time?
Absolutely. Last time we, aside from doing the background of each character, we had Justin introduce each character as by explaining that we each received a letter and that we need to meet someone at a pub to hit a job for us. So he allowed each character to get there in their own unique way, which I thought was very interesting. Oh, there we go. So for my character, I guess I'll speak just for my character to begin with. My character, having just left the monastery, and in one of his first jobs, he didn't really know what to do, found himself waking in an inn, where he then kind of got the feel of the town and finally made his way to the bar. And that's when he met the other characters and found out about the job that he had to do.
Okay. Mike,
your
why don't
character?
you tell us what happened with your character while you're in Greece?
Yes, I felt very templified. Made a word there. Essentially, my character is very young. He had known our... Yeah, I'm really feeling this. He had known our employer for many years already, and had caught a ride. In the meantime, came across an injured lady, tried his best to heal her, failed miserably, and made his way to the inn. Sorry.
That's exactly what happened, literally. And for my character, I came into town, brush and ready for adventure, and a young boy threw something at the back of my head, to which I turned around, and I rustled that motherfucker's head, and then I continued on to the tavern. So, we had a conversation at the tavern with our employer. I negotiated a little bit of an extra pay, if you guys will remember correctly. Yeah, you're welcome. And we decided to accept the adventure, which I think we then went to sleep, and it's now the next morning, correct?
Yeah, and I guess we should talk about the fact that we're looking for the Windstar amulet.
That's right. Yeah.
Black Sleep Tower in the Frostback Mountains. That's really what we know.
Oh, someone was taking notes, are they?
That's right. And
yeah, I did too, but I lost where I put my notes.
we were a little apprehensive about getting it because we're not sure how much power it's going to give to whoever has it. But the way it seems right now is that it's not going to give that much power until it's brought back up to speed.
That's right. And I remember because I asked that dude that I was with, an old friend of mine, and I said, hey, man, is this dude legit? And he was like, yeah, I think he's legit. But didn't I sense something from that? Didn't he have like a little bit of a something?
He did, I didn't figure out what it was.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to make a note of that. Don't trust... What was his name again?
Gil.
Don't trust... With a name like Gil, you know that guy can't be trusted.
Yes,
Oh, I don't trust good old Gil.
And the other guy's name was Renner?
Rennet.
It's Reddit, but everybody's calling him Renner. Does everybody want to keep it Renner?
I want to go back to Renner.
Renner. Okay, let's go back to Renner. Okay.
Perfect.
He kind of looks like Jeremy Renner anyway, so.
So I was going to say, I'm picturing Jeremy Renner anyway with this bow and shit, so. All right, then Justin, why don't you take it away for the next day?
Okay. So, I'll just point out that you guys are going into the Frostback Mountains, and that is the first... That's the main thing about this adventure, is that's where it's taking place, in the perilous Frostback Mountains. It's not just going to be fighting monsters and adversaries. A lot of the hazards are going to be the actual landscape itself. So,
I have a question.
yes, yeah.
Did we purchase anything to prepare for this?
Ooh.
Good question. Renner actually spoke to one of the villagers who owns a shop, just like a stable / equipment shop, and that shop owner has agreed to open up very early in the morning for you guys, because it's the day after winter's end. Yeah. So you guys awake at 4 in the morning. Remember, it was supposed to be very, very early. And yes, stretch those bones. You slept over at the Frozen Tap, and you head outside.
Ooh.
And if you set it over to my picture there, this is the town of Western Hills at the base of the Frostback Mountains.
Minnesota?
No, not Minnesota. Western Hills. Is that actually a place in Minnesota?
No, I have no idea.
What's up?
Could I stay at the drunk friend that I met's house instead of having to pay the inn fee?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Can I get my inn fee paid by Renner?
You got your inn fee paid by Renner, actually. Yes, Renner paid for all of you, but if Pemp wants to stay at the old man's house, then he's more than welcome to.
Go for it.
No, I would stay. I mean, if my fee's being paid for, I'd rather have my own room.
Perfect. Okay, so it's 4 in the morning, and you remember that Renner and Gil were to meet you at the store, which is just around the corner. It's not very far. What do your characters do? Do they head straight to the tab, straight to the shop, or what?
I'm going to go wake up whoever's not up yet, because I'm going to try to rise early. I'm going to knock on the little 16-year-old boy's door. Because last night I helped him out, and I actually didn't talk to him.
I actually probably would have stayed in the room with you, because you helped me out, and the other guy seemed to find me too squishy.
Boinking? Like this? Like
No,
touching?
probably not, but probably on the floor by your bed or something.
Oh, okay, then can we stay up all night talking?
Yes.
Oh,
well, it's too late. It's already morning. So.
Damn it! Well, I would want to kind of connect with him, because I do feel like, and again, when we were at the table, someone accused him of being a magic did they say apostate?
No.
He said mage.
Mage, right.
The bartender asked for his certification, which what is your Alar? Alar didn't have any certification because he is an apostate. So he didn't hand it up because he just played it off like everybody else who isn't a mage and doesn't have certification. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I would obviously be curious about him, probably, because, again, I did defend him, but I'm not 100% sure whether he's a good mage or a bad mage, because I'm pretty sure there's the apostates in the Circle of Magi. And me being from a sort of background with that, I would probably be nervous about apostates, I would imagine, because traditionally they're evil. So I would probably inquire the morning of, last night you did say that you were not a mage, but someone accused you of using magic. I feel like we can trust each other if we're going to be in the mountains, and I feel I'd be a lot more comfortable knowing what side of the mages alliance you're on.
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. But I assure you, I'm not a mage of any sort. I tried to apply some elven healing to his wife who was injured, and it took. As I said earlier, the only reason that I'm coming along is because I've known Renner for so long. He was almost like a second father to me. But I do have the ability to read Ancient Divine, which is, not very many people have.
Fair enough. I'll trust you for now. But understand that I'm believing you when you say that you don't have magic of any sort, and my trust in you will be betrayed should I find out that is not true. I can't roll anything on him, eh?
You can. Alar, you can try to roll a deception, and you can try to roll a perception, I guess. But,
cunning? So it'd be cunning for both of us?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. And then, you still don't have to say anything as you role-playing, but he might be suspicious. His character might be suspicious.
Well, you know what? Okay, I won't roll against you because I don't want to put you in that position just yet, because I do know you, and I'm going to take it as value. Just know that I didn't completely buy it because it did seem weird that someone I've never seen elf magic, but nonetheless, I do trust you for now. Let's go wake up Pence.
I'll let you do that, sir, because he scares me a little.
Oh.
If you remember last week, Penn picked up the elf and was shaking him.
Shaken baby syndrome.
Yeah, why were you doing that? I can't remember.
Oh, I'm just excited to see an elf.
Right.
The main reason was, Penn, first of all, he's never met an elf before, and all he knows about elves is that they're this, he views them as these very young species that don't really know much, but they're pure and still of nature, and if, with my help, I can push him into some challenges and some struggles, and he'll turn into quite a warrior, a stronger person because of it.
Perfect. Okay, so
if you guys are gonna try to wake me up, I'll already be awake. I'll be stretching and doing my calisthenics and whatever.
How do you know? Maybe I woke up at 3.
Then I woke up at 2.
Then maybe I woke up at 1. Maybe I never went to bed.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll.
One up by waking up. Fine. I knock on your open door and I say,
"Oh. So I win."
So you win. Whatever you were trying to do.
Okay.
Very good, Kyle.
Yes.
Then I knock on your open door.
I see what you're doing there. All right, so you knock, and I come to the door. Yes.
I don't think we've been properly introduced. My name is Grinner.
Grinner, we met a little bit yesterday, and I imagine we will learn more of each other.
I always like to know who I'm traveling with, and Penth, you seem like quite the guy. Can you tell me anything about yourself that I might not know?
Absolutely. My name is Penth Ete o Terrell of Clan Amir. I'm here to make money.
Ah, you're an Avarian.
Yes. You couldn't tell by the look of me?
No, we don't deal much with Avarian. At least down where I'm from, close to Denerim. They're typically hill folk, and typically very violent.
Well, that is a misconception, and I'm not afraid of a struggle, that's for sure, but, I can be violent.
I guess it's good that you're on our side, then.
Well, I think that's why he hired me, for sure.
Perhaps what we should do is not necessarily judge whether he's violent or not, because it really comes down to the intention behind the action.
True. An odd thing to say, but I definitely agree with the sentiment.
A bright little elf.
Very bright. How old did you say you were?
Oh, I'm 16.
You look like an infant, which I'm okay with.
I look very young, I know.
Well, Penth, regardless, I'm glad that we are entered in this campaign together, as well as our friend here, Imagine. How do you say that?
Alar?
What?
Alar.
Imogen?
Alar. That's the name he's going by.
Oh, is that the name we know as well?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I introduce myself.
Put another bracket, because I'm going to keep looking at it. Alar. Fair enough, Alar. I just want to introduce.
Well, nice to meet you, Grinner.
Shall we go and get our gear on?
Yeah, I'm pretty much set. I don't know what else we need. Rations, perhaps, but
I'll go grab my backpack.
I will feel I believe, more comfortable in the mountains.
Is that where you're from?
I believe so, but we did discuss. Yeah, yes, I am.
Yeah, you're from the northern Frostbacks. You guys are going to be going down into more southern to mid Frostbacks.
Okay.
I won't bring up the map for now. Okay, so...
Sorry, question.
Yeah.
We did sleep, so I do have all my mana back?
Yes, you have all of your mana back. After a long rest, you get all of your mana.
I'm bringing mana back.
Yep. Nice. So just to clarify, Harlan, does this screen share for everyone?
Yep.
Ah, I see. Okay. So yeah, it's not screen sharing. It's just an overlay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, when you take it down, it's fine.
Okay. So yes, you step out of the frozen tap, and the frozen tap, no candles are lit. The bartender, he's been in bed maybe only a couple hours, still cleaning up from last night. You think maybe it's around 4 in the morning, about the time that you were supposed to meet with Gil and Renner at this shop that's just around the corner. You make your way through town. It's dark. The only sound are the sounds of a dog barking in the background. Some wind chimes hauntingly blowing in the wind. And you make your way to the store, and outside you see Gil leaning up against the side of a door, smoking a pipe.
Oh, gee, smoking my pipe here.
And he says, yeah, it's good to see you're all awake. I wasn't expecting the little one to be awake after all that alcohol he consumed last night.
I'm just so excited, sir. Just
Well,
really excited to be on our way.
Do you still have a little bit of a buzz going on? Do you even know what a buzz is?
No, sir. It's the sound the bee makes.
All right. Yeah.
Sometimes wasps. Sometimes wasps.
He shakes his head and looks at Grinner and says, how are you feeling this morning? You ready for a long voyage?
Yeah, I think you've assembled quite the team here. Pence seems to be a pretty all-round awesome guy, and the elf also seems to be very eager. I don't remember his name again.
And he says, hey, well, shit, it wasn't up to me. I'm just the cook. It's all up to Renner. You speak to him if you want to thank him for putting together such a well-rounded party, as you say. So go on in, get yourself some equipment. Renner says everything you buy is on him, as long as you can explain why you need it. You understand? I guess you do. I don't know why I'm asking. I'm going to smoke my pipe some more. And he kind of gives you a look. He gives you a look, Penth, and kind of shifty eyes, and diverts his gaze. So you guys head in?
Can I do a check on that?
Sure. What are you checking for?
Just kind of see if it's kind of like, is he afraid of me, or he doesn't trust me, or he doesn't like me, that type of thing.
You get the impression that he just doesn't trust you.
Have I done something wrong, Gil?
And what do you mean, done something wrong? I just met you yesterday.
I know, and already you seem to dislike me. Listen,
we all come from all different walks of life, and to be quite honest with you, I'm pretty tired this morning, so I'm not much in the mood for making small talk right now. Maybe if we get to know each other on this trip, I'll think differently, but for now, you just stay out of my way, I'll stay out of yours. You got that?
Okay. Fair enough. I wasn't looking to make small talk, by the way. And I walk inside.
Okay. So inside, it's kind of a workshop sort of area. There's a bunch of winter accessories on the walls, antlers, you see sleds and winter coats that are for sale. It's a very dusty, musty place. And behind the counter, it opens up into a full workshop, and there's a smell of animals inside. And inside, you see Renner and a plump lady who is chewing on some cud. And Renner turns to you and says, okay. You made it. Wonderful. Are you morning people like myself?
No.
Only when I'm excited, sir. Only when I'm excited.
Ah, I see. And what about you, Penn? You seem like the morning type.
What is this morning type? I am always people.
Oh, all I mean to say is that you do better in the morning than you do at night. You seem to be doing better than these other two.
Well, that's easy enough.
All right, down, Penn. I tap him lightly on the chest and I say, yes, Renner, we'd like to outfit ourselves with some things that will help us on the journey.
Yes, of course. I figured as much. I've already gone and ordered you guys a winter garb for each of your specific sizes. And I've never been wrong when sizing someone up before. I used to be a tailor, you see, so they should all fit fine. Now, we already have rations. We have all the spices that we'll need. Is there anything else that you can think of that might be helpful to us on this journey?
Perhaps some climbing rope and spikes for the people who have less skill in climbing?
And Renner looks surprised, and he says, yes, rope, of course we have that, but spikes, I never even thought of it. You can tell that I'm new to the frostbacks, eh?
Yes, and I know that for those people who have less experience than I, it can be very challenging.
I'm sure we'll be fine. If we've got you along, you've been to the frostbacks before. Hell, you lived here. You know your way around mountains, correct?
I do.
Perfect. Then we're fine. You just tell us when we're doing something fatally wrong, and we'll be sure to correct it right away.
Fatally wrong, and I will make sure.
Wonderful. And how about you, Grinner, Alar? And he kind of gives you a knowing look, Imogen. And is there anything that you could think of? We have spikes, we have rope, we've got all the winter garb we could need. We've got food that'll make us there. I am hoping that Grinner will be able to hunt us down some deer while we're on our voyage.
Of course.
Wonderful. So, is there anything else?
Sorry, Renner. Yes, sir. Renner, I just want to see, do we have tents to sleep in?
Tents, yes, we do have tents, I should have mentioned. We have tents, we have flint and tinder.
That's good, because I want to hook up on them.
You want to what, sorry?
You want to have sex on them?
Yeah, were you talking about Tinder?
I highly doubt there are going to be any beautiful women up there for you to sleep with, but...
Our women are beautiful. I just don't think that he could handle them.
I didn't mean as much. I apologize if I offended you. Maybe we're not getting off to a right foot.
I'm not offended by anything, right now at least.
Oh, thank God, because sometimes my mouth just gets ahead of me.
No, I think if we have tents, we should be good. And if you packed all the supplies necessary, and we have climbing rope and a grappling hook and ice picks and all that kind of stuff to scale if we should need to, for our weak folk that are not Avari, then I think we should be fine. And you obviously have someone to lead us and that knows the way through.
Yes, I have a map myself, and I've been speaking with many traders who have done this route before. It's not the easiest route from what I understand, but and it's always changing. The nature of the frostbacks is to constantly be different, is what I've heard. So having Penth there to really show us what is going to happen, what to expect, and how to deal with certain situations will be paramount in our success. But I do have a general idea of where I'm going, yes.
So
let's get going.
Let's get going.
So the lady comes back to the counter and says, "Oh, your horses be ready now. Well, I doubt they'll be able to get very far in the snow here. You could probably ride for about maybe 4 hours to the last outpost before the snow got too thick. Then you'd have to go by foot, see?"
Ma'am, you have horrible breath.
What do you mean by that? She says, and she kind of gives you a pat on the chest, flirting with you and winking a little bit.
Oh my God, it is so foul. I feel nauseous.
And a chicken runs by you under your feet, and
that chicken smells better than your breath. And I bend down and I follow the chicken, just going.
And she's actually starts to think that you're being serious. She says, "Are you being serious now? You got me wrong, hey?"
Your breath is absolutely foul.
Like the chicken.
More foul than a chicken, yeah.
And she just glares at you.
It smells like you're chewing partially digested food returned from your stomach.
Why, I never heard anything like that before in my life. How dare you say something there, boy?
It looks like you're chewing your cud, which is what that is.
Oh, you're not used to the smell of cud, I see. I'm very, very embarrassed. And the lady's just being flirtatious with you now. You know, as aside, you can plan for everything.
This is just very
A game master.
I'm not sure if this is how you flirt down here in life.
Oh, it was just funny because you said cud, and I immediately Googled what cud is, and I was like, what the hell is cud? And it's like when you throw up and you chew that, and I was like, she would smell so horrible.
That's why I figured
I might as well use it.
It
felt right, though. Cud is right.
Well, cows chew their cud.
So she's chewing cud because that is
so gross.
Her own or the cow?
The
cow's cud.
Cow's cud.
All right, let's leave.
It does smell disgusting. Anyway, she leads you into the back, and she shows you the horses.
Okay.
She slaps you on the butt grinner.
Yeah, she does. I give her a little wink and a nod anyway.
Okay. And she says, and, where you boys be off to, anyway?
Avari?
Crossbacks.
I'm not telling her.
And she nods and says, oh, yeah, you'll be mighty, mighty careful up in those frostbacks. It's been a really, really hard winter, you know.
Well, we were planning on being dangerous and reckless, but I appreciate the thought.
We're buying these horses from her, is that right?
No, basically the plan is, Renner explains to you later, that the horses, if you bring them to an outpost, then the horses can be left there, and a friend of this lady's will bring them back. Yeah. So you're renting them.
Like a rental car, yeah, or a zip car, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the four horses. There's four horses. Alar, you have the choice of sitting on someone else's horse. Whoever will take you in.
Why don't I just automatically get a horse?
What's that?
Why don't I get a horse? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Alar, because you're so small, they figure that they could get by buying 4 horses instead of 5. Whose horse do you want to sit on?
And I would probably again go with Grinner because he was the guy that protected me.
I will happily accept you, my friend. Would you like the front or the back? Either way, I'm fine.
I would take the back, I think, sir.
Fine by me. Depends on how little he is, though. Is he like up to here? Like did he sit like how the hobbits do? So like I can like still shoot my bow and shit if I have to protect him.
You imagine it. What do you think, Alar? How tall are you? How high are you on? Would you be in the back or would you be in the front?
Yeah, I would be in the back.
Okay. Doesn't bother me. I just want to, like, if you fall off.
It's easier for me to jump off from there.
Okay.
I feel like if I was in the front, I'd be like tangled in the reins and stuff. I feel safer being on the back.
Sounds good. Fine by me. Just hold me tight. Okay.
Oh yeah. If I'm falling, I'm just grabbing you by your hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm falling.
All right. So you guys set out on your horses. You head west, and already you can see the sun is starting to come up. It is springtime after all, but you would never guess just by looking around and by the temperature because it's cold and there's lots of snow. So you travel for maybe 2-3 hours and you finally make it to the outpost. And you're cold and it's about midday now, mid-morning. Do you guys want to press on? Do you want to stop for food? You ate while you were at the store. It's up to you.
Are we hungry?
I think we should wait when it gets dark. I don't think we should. I'm just gonna eat from my pockets while I'm on the horse.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just have some lambus bread.
Yeah, apples and bread.
Fucking lambus bread.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Renner agrees. He says, "Yes, let's keep pressing on." And Gil has probably smoked about 3 pipes so far. This is on a steady clip of a pipe an hour.
Is it tobacco?
It is. It is tobacco, from what you can smell. Yeah, I don't think he's smoking anything. To my knowledge, it isn't anything different.
I mean, it'd be really GM. So if it's not to your knowledge, then no one knows.
Well, see, I don't know everything about Gil. That's the thing. He's kind of an enigma. So you guys leave your horses at the outpost, and the guards open the big gates to the wilds. which is to the west of the outpost, and they struggle to open the gates because nobody's really gone out that way in a while. The last ranger to go out went out about 2 weeks ago, and a lot of snow has piled up. So you see that the next stretch of the journey, really the first stretch, is going to be quite difficult. Now, if you are wearing armor, you can wear winter garb as well on top of it, but instead of getting +2 to stamina checks in the cold, you only get a +1. If you take your armor off, then you get the +2.
What if I don't wear the winter garb?
If you don't wear the winter garb, then you don't get anything added to your stamina check.
What if it's leather armor?
Yeah, I was going to say, because I don't take a dexterity, because I'm a rogue, my leather armor counts as 0.
Same with me. I'm a warrior, so my chainmail counts as 0 for dexterity.
Yep. It's not about dexterity or anything. The winter garb, it's really layered, so you can't layer on so much onto your leather armor. Right? If you're just wearing cloth, then that's fine. It'll layer on okay. But having the layer will add too much bulk. So you have to cut down on the amount of layers you're wearing for your winter garb, and that means you don't get the full effect of that it will provide.
So just to reiterate, so if we wear the garb with our armor, we get a +2.
If you wear it with your armor, you get a +1 to stamina checks. And what I'm going to be doing is, while you're traveling through the frostbacks, through difficult conditions, so that might be thick snow or a snowstorm, you're going to have to do a stamina check to see whether or not you are able to make it through an hour without becoming fatigued.
Okay, and if we take off our armor and just wear the garb, we get +2?
That's right.
But then we would lose our armor bonus, correct?
But then you don't have your armor bonus. If you get into an attack before you have a chance to change, then you'd have to fight without the armor.
I think for me, I'll keep my armor on, and I'll just add the garb for a +1 stamina.
Okay, and Penth?
I don't want to show my armor, so I'm not going to take it off. Unless, is there like a way I can conceal and take it off in concealment?
How could you conceal armor?
Yeah, you could go...
I have it underneath my white robes.
I feel like we probably know that he's wearing chainmail if he was trying to hide it.
Why would you know?
Because it'd be like
no, chainmail, you actually have a...
like leather armor, maybe, but...
What's it called? Not a quilt. You have a quilt underneath it, right?
Yeah.
Chafing and making noise?
Depending how much garb he's wearing, he could conceal it, how much your white garb that you have.
Yep.
You could conceal it. And if someone was really paying attention, they might be able to perceive it, but...
Put it this way, I would just assume you're wearing armor. Even if you weren't showing it, I'd be like, of course you're wearing armor because we're going into...
Yeah, but I don't know, so I'm not going to take it off.
No, I know, but I would be sharing that. Anyone who's not wearing armor, make sure you wear your armor.
So you're going to use the +1 then?
Yep, unless you is there somewhere nearby? I'm going to do a perception check to see if there's somewhere nearby that I can just kind of wander off to change. So
okay.
I won't be seen.
I think he's got a dump.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah, you can go into the bathroom and change. That's no problem.
So I'll add my dexterity? Perception?
Yes. It's perception.
To change your armor? Well, you would just walk far enough away that we wouldn't see it, right?
Oh yeah, you could find a spot. You find a spot easily going around the outpost. It's quite small, and it would be hard to find a spot actually, but you do find a little enclosure that is very unlikely that someone would find you behind a building.
Okay, so then I take off the armor and I put it in the pack, and then I go
and all of a sudden, Gil jumps around the corner and says, "Ha! Gotcha!"
Stop! Oh, you surprised me.
He was wearing armor. Huzzah!
I knew it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you change.
Yeah, that's fine, and I go back.
Okay. I think it's so interesting. I think it's so interesting that your character would strip down naked.
I was just about to say, I don't get any why you're doing that.
No. He would strip down naked in front of everybody.
What?
What's that?
You don't understand because I'm ashamed of my armor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not ashamed of my naked body.
No, exactly. You're not ashamed of that. So you would be naked in front of people before you would show people your armor.
Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting.
Why are you ashamed of your? Well, I guess I wouldn't know yet. So
If you read the well, your character wouldn't know, but the backstory is that as Avarian children are training, they start with the most heavy armor, and they work and work and work to get to no armor. And so, for me to get the white garb, saying I can go into the world, but I'm still wearing armor, is kind of like I've stunted my growth. I'm not really the man I should be. So that's why.
It's a cool level of depth.
Interesting.
So anyway, so we get back. So I get the +2.
You got the +2. So you're not wearing any armor.
Nope.
Okay. And Alar, for you, you're not wearing armor, right?
No, I do. I do wear leather armor. Because again, part of my guise is not trying to be known as a mage. So I actually, it actually takes me extra mana to cast because of the strain.
Right.
But
why did we take this guy if we don't even know he's a mage?
Pardon me?
Why did we take you? Oh yeah, because you can speak a language?
Yeah, he speaks the language.
I can read it.
Or reads it.
Renner says that it's very important that Alar is able to read Ancient Tavine, which is everywhere in the Frostback Mountains. He's just a young boy that he wanted to bring on an adventure.
Anyway, I would follow suit. Everyone else seems to be changing, so I will change.
Well, Grinner isn't. Grinner isn't changing. And you don't know that.
But see, in my mind, I would go by the guy who's lived in the mountains.
Ah, I see.
But again, I
wouldn't you do the opposite of the guy who lives in the mountains because he is like more resistant to the mountains?
No, I'd be like, oh, he probably knows something I don't.
Right, but you didn't see me change in the first place, so you wouldn't change that.
No, but when you come back, you're wearing the winter garb.
Right, so I changed my clothes into the winter garb, but you didn't see me take my armor off.
Saying,
you take your armor off, or just put the winter garb on top?
I would have to take it off because again, then I'd have too much strain probably to actually cast, right?
Would the garb add strain to him?
I would think so because it's like
I would think so too, yeah, because it would be even harder to move your arms. You'd be like in a Eskimo suit.
Okay, so what does this do for me?
It gives you +2 to stamina checks in the Frostbacks.
Gotcha.
In the desert, it would not give you +2.
But if he's losing his
my armor.
Without your armor, it's +2. With your armor, it's +1.
Right. I'm just saying, but I take away my armor bonus.
Yes, you take away your armor bonus. Let's go.
Okay, and then I take away my strain to cast as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your strain is gone. So it's kind of a win, give or take situation.
But you said the garb he just put on adds strain, right?
No, not on its own.
On top of the leather.
Oh, okay.
Because it's adding an extra ball.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
So
yeah, so it makes sense to me to dress that way.
Yeah, exactly. So, Penth, while you were walking around, you saw that there was, you actually changed in a kennel. And you could tell that there used to be a lot of dogs here, but there aren't anymore. There aren't right now.
How can I check the tracks to see how fresh they are, or is it like an ancient kettle type thing?
The snow has completely covered any tracks that would have been there. You don't know. Whenever the last snowfall was, it would have covered any tracks, but there might have been even more snowfalls. These dogs might have been gone for much longer.
Okay. Head back to the group.
Okay. And Renner is speaking to Gil and saying, I really don't feel like walking through all that snow right now. You think there's a faster way of getting there? And Gil's like, I don't know why the hell you're asking me. Why don't you ask one of the guards? And Renner's like,
we could sled, but I'm not going to say that because my character wouldn't do that.
Interesting.
So, I'll do that.
Okay. Okay. So if there's no faster way, you guys walk. You guys walk into the snow. It's about up to your knees, and you guys
have snowshoes.
Yeah, you guys could get snowshoes.
Oh yeah.
Snowshoes, though, if you did wear them, you'd have to take a standard action to take them off if you got into an encounter.
Sure.
Okay.
If we want, like I could always fire my arrow off for my snowshoes.
Exactly. Yeah, you could, but your speed would be reduced in combat.
I imagine,
sure, yeah.
If that makes
imagine
sense.
you'd be vulnerable to knockdown and prone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe that would be it. Instead of your movement is
Well,
decreased.
I would say movement and prone to both because you cannot move in snowshoes very easily. I mean, you can like kind of run, but like it's kind of like.
Yeah, it is hard. So yes, so you have increased stability, but you have decreased movement speed in combat. Okay, so you guys did take snowshoes.
Yeah, for sure. If it's up to our knees, we definitely be using snowshoes.
Okay, great. So the way this is going to work, actually, I'll wait for Mike to get back.
Miketh?
Miketh. Let me just review here. Chat amongst yourselves.
While we're waiting, I'm going to have a snack of lambas bread. Fucking more lambas bread. Oh, this is so good, lambas bread. Well, guess what, Frodo? More lambas bread. I fucking hate lambas bread. So, Penth. You seem. It seems like there's a lot of this expedition relying on you.
In what sense?
Well, Renner said multiple times that you're going to be our guide through these mountains. You feel like you know them that well?
I've never been to these parts of the mountains, but I'm comfortable in the wild.
And are you willing to make sure that myself and Alar and Renner and Gil are all taken care of as well?
I trust that you are all capable, and when you need help, if it is so required, I will step in.
Well, you're definitely installing confidence in me.
I'm glad that you are confident. Good sign. Speaks to a fighting heart.
Yes. Fair enough. And that's
now, why do you choose to fight with a bow? I see that is your main weapon. Is it for hunting only?
Well, truth be told, yes, hunting, obviously. It's so much easier to hunt with a bow, but I'm not really that tough when it comes down to it. It doesn't take much to pierce through this thin armor I'm wearing. I'm wearing heavy leather armor, but still, it goes through pretty easily. So I try to maintain a distance.
Why not learn to fight at a close distance until you get good at it?
That would be a great idea, yeah.
Perhaps I can help you.
Definitely do that. Sure, if you can help me. I think I'll stick with the bow for now. I see you have a bow as well.
Yes, I use it for those creatures not willing to come into contact with me, the cowards, as if you will.
Why not run at them with your sword?
It's hard to run at a flying beast, is it not?
No, not if you know how to do it.
And you will have to teach me something.
I guess the Avari, I guess the Avari's tails are a little more talked up than they actually are, I suppose. But that's fair.
Ooh. Okay. Nice little scene there. I like that. All right, so we're gonna do a bit of a mini game.
I just picture.
What?
You're running at some flying animal with a.
Quick, man! Show me how it's done!
I'm trying!
And insta-killing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way this is going to work is that there's a set amount of hours that you guys need to travel to get to the next checkpoint. And Renner has the checkpoint on the map. It's a cottage right at the base of the Frostbacks. I mean, you're kind of at the base now, but you're going to be going through a forest, and you'll get to this cottage. And there's a certain number that you have to reach. I've got that number written down right here. But I'm not going to tell you.
Tell us!
Interesting. Now, you only have so many hours until nighttime, too, right? So take that into effect. And the first 2 hours are going to be free. I'm not going to make you guys roll any stamina checks to see how you're weathering the conditions for the first 2 hours. But on the third hour, things are going to start to get a little bit heavier and more difficult, and that's when you're going to have to do stamina checks. Now, if you have the winter garb, you get the +2 or the +1, depending on whether or not you're wearing armor, and there is a penalty, and you're going to have to roll. Now, if you do okay, if you beat the target number, then you're fine for an hour. You don't become fatigued at all. If you are under the target number, there are negative consequences, and we'll get to that when it happens. If it happens.
When it happens, yeah. We'll get to that when.
You've seen the way my rolls go.
Who knows? Maybe today will be your lucky day. So the first 2 hours go by pretty, well, normally.
What's the altitude like? Is there still lots of trees around us? Are we getting up high? Is it hard to breathe?
You're getting into a very thickly, densely forested area. The trees where you're walking, it seems like there might be some sort of path, but
evergreens, or are they mostly evergreens?
Yes, mostly evergreens. Very few deciduous trees with no leaves. Mostly pine. So you can make it through the first area of the forest pretty easily because the trees are pretty thin still, but they're starting to get thicker and thicker and thicker. And on that third hour, that's when the trees start to get thickest. That's when the snow is starting to give way, and that's when the land is starting to change shape and not be just a steady path.
Okay.
So, roll for your first stamina check.
+15.
+2?
+2 for you, Penth, 1 for Grinner, and 2 for Alar.
So 14 for me.
Okay, 14 for Grinner. 13 for you, Penth.
14.
14?
2, right? 6, 12 +2, right?
Yeah. And Alar, you got
13 plus 2. So 15.
15. Okay. Wonderful. And I'm going to roll for Gil and Renner. They're both wearing the winter garb. Okay. Wow. So the first hour, or the third hour, you guys make it through. No problem. Things are getting a little bit more difficult, but your morale seems high, and your body is holding up. That's fine.
We're singing along, too.
You're singing
there ain't no flies on us.
And the weather, by the way, is beautiful. It's a nice day, but still kind of chilly. Sun is out. Okay, so the first hour is good. Second hour, roll again.
13.
Wow, okay.
14.
And 17.
Holy smokes. Okay, you guys are just blazing through this. It is, you guessed that it's about afternoon now, but fifth hour, everybody makes it fine. Nobody starts to feel tired.
Okay, next hour. Wait until the 11th
hour. Is it getting dark out?
It's not dark out yet. You'd say it's about...
So we're going to press on?
Yeah, if we wait for an hour, do we get any bonuses or anything like that?
Yes. No. Yes. If you wait for an hour, you get a free hour after that.
Now,
if you wait for an hour, you get 2 free hours.
I was gonna say,
but it'll be getting closer to dark.
All right, then let's just keep going, I guess.
Yeah, unless we come across someplace that looks like it would be good shelter.
Yep. Okay. So roll again for the next hour. I guess this is hour number 6.
Ooh. 9.
I got 10.
And 15.
Or 9 as well.
Okay. So, Penth and Grinner, you start to feel burdened. Okay, and you feel like you've been pushing yourself a little bit too hard. Grinner the same. So,
I am tired. Anyone else feeling this?
No.
Penth, you look a little tired. Are you sure
don't know what you're talking about? I'm like huddled over. I'm like, not true.
Oh, Penthy, I thought you grew up in these mountains, buddy.
I'm fine.
You tired like little old weak human who needs to use a bow? You feeling like me now?
You can tell that Gil is looking kind of tired. Now, this is temporary until you guys take a rest, but you guys suffer -1 to every one of your abilities.
What the fuck? Let's rest.
Every one of your abilities.
Well, then let's rest. That's nuts. Let's rest.
Let's
I'm
move
tired,
on.
Kent is tired, and Gil's tired. Let's rest.
We don't need to rest.
Renner says, we can push on. If you can make it just a couple more hours, then we'll be much further, and it'll be a much better time to stop for rest.
Yeah, but if something should happen...
Can't you, Lowlander Grinner?
What'd you say?
I can make it. Can't you, Lowlander?
Can you make it? Because you look pretty tired there, Pence. You look
I'll
just
keep
about as
going.
tired as me.
I will keep going. It'll be good for me.
While they're discussing this,
Yep.
I'm going to be grabbing some pine needles, pine cones, pine bark.
You are just the cutest.
He's making a collage.
Is he actually going to get it?
You are adorable.
Is that what he's doing now?
I hope so.
That's a weird.
Great. Okay. So
Um,
he's got lots of energy, I guess.
No, that's Dragon Age for Be Right Back.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you guys, there is also another element that I'll introduce now, and that is that you can do a morale roll. So each PC or NPC can attempt one morale roll for a day, per day, to avoid a stamina check for an hour. Okay? So you can avoid, you don't even have to take a break. You can just say, I'm going to do a morale roll, and if I get it, only one person can do it right now, and then the next hour someone else can do it. And if you succeed at the morale roll, then you get to avoid it for an hour. If you fail, though, each PC has -2 to the next stamina check.
Each other PC?
Everybody. NPCs, everybody. So it's like you're trying to boost everyone's morale, like, hey, guys, turn that frown upside down. We can do it. And then
Backfire.
maybe people are like, oh, yeah, we can. Or people are like, oh, my God. Shut up. Right?
I turn to them and I say, Renner, I understand you want to push on. I am tired. Gil is tired. Penth looks tired. I think that we should rest for an hour and then continue on afterwards. My thinking is that I am only going to get weaker if we don't stop now, and right now we still have sunlight. Whereas if we push through, the next time we need to rest, it might be dark. Now, actually, on that note, if we incur penalties, let's say for 3 hours in a row, and I'm -3, and then we rest for 1 hour, do we get all of it back, or is it only one per?
It's one per.
Then yeah, I'd say let's rest.
Okay. So do a persuasion.
Well, I'm not trying to. I'm curious as to whether if Penth disagrees logically,
Oh,
says
okay.
no, it makes more sense to do it this way, then I'm totally fine with that.
Well, Gil actually says, I'm tired too, but I think I can make it at least another hour.
I want to know what Penth thinks, Gills. I don't care about you. Penth.
What you mean?
We are not going to face death if we push on for 1 more hour. Not from the cold.
Okay. Then that's fair. We had my opinion, your opinion, and I win. No, I'm just kidding.
Now, if we come across some of the other Hills tribes,
I will rub it in your face.
we may not be ready for them. For the
And
strange
thus I will
night.
just rub it in your face that we should arrest it. Especially if it's just one below. No, I'm kidding. Oh, fair enough. I'm the minority here. Let us push on.
Okay.
Okay. So, next
Perhaps
roll.
we should have
Wait, are we going to do
Alar
that
scout
morale
ahead.
roll then?
What's that?
I
we gonna
vote we have
start-
Alar scout ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
Sorry, I was just going to ask, would this be a time to do one of us to do the morale roll then?
It's up to you if you want to do a morale roll and get the next hour for free.
If we succeed at the morale roll, can we use... Well, no, because that would be already for free.
So what is morale? You add anything to it, like willpower or...
Morale is communication, I believe. Or willpower, you're right, it might be that.
Well, if it's communication, I can roll it, because I right now have a +3.
Yeah.
If it's willpower, no, not me.
It's willpower.
Okay.
Although I do have courage.
I'm going to give it a shot.
There's also the willpower self-discipline roll that you can do that just to give it to yourself.
Okay, so I think we should keep going, guys, and I promise you that if we get through the next hour, I'll make you a nice pine needle tea, and you'll all feel refreshed, and it'll clear us out, and it will actually help get rid of some of your fatigue.
Do it, buddy. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so roll for morale.
Yep, so we got 14.
Beautiful. Okay, so Gil and Renner look pleasantly surprised. Even Gil has a smirk. And Renner says, all right, yes, let's lead on. So the next hour is free. You guys make it through hour 7. No problem. It's probably around 3 o'clock now. The sun is starting to go down on the other side of the mountains. And it's starting to get a little bit darker. Renner still seems to think that they can push on. Gil feels fine. It's up to you guys.
Gil's fine now?
No, Gil's still a little bit fatigued, but after the last hour, he doesn't seem more fatigued.
Yeah, I have the same argument, but if you guys think we should push on, we can push.
Again, I will not be the first to say that we shouldn't.
Okay. Well, I would be the first to say that we should. You'd be the second.
Yeah, I'm not going to be. I know. I'm not going to vote against it ever. Let's push on if we need to.
Okay.
Okay, it's a 5-day journey, right?
Yeah, about that.
So have we made a day's worth of a travel today?
Not yet. It's a 5-day journey normally, but because it's snowy,
So snowy, yeah.
is a little bit
Probably
sparse.
twice as long.
Well,
Yeah.
my thinking is when we get minuses, they're gonna stack back to back to back, meaning it's gonna be a lot harder to get back to 0 the more we have. And if we rest now while it's still day, then we're just gonna be gravy going forward.
If you rest though for like the entire night, you get all of it back.
I just asked you that.
No. If you rest for an hour, you only get 1 back.
Oh, well, how far are we
If you
from
rest
our...
for the whole night.
Okay, well, I turn to Renner and say, how far are we from the next post? Like an hour, 2 hours?
He's thinking, I don't know really, but at this rate, it might be 3 hours, it might be 5. I'm not too sure though.
If we miss by an hour each day, we're going to add a whole other day to our journey.
No, and that's fine. If we can recuperate all of our strength at night, then sure, absolutely, let's push on. That's fine.
Okay.
I thought it was continually deductive. Okay, let's push.
Great. So you guys push on. Next hour.
10.
I got 11.
10.
Okay. So, Penth, you're feeling no more tired, I guess. But everybody else, even Renner and Gil, are starting to feel the effects of the travel. And another -1 if you didn't get it. But it's up to you guys if you want to keep going. It's about 4 o'clock now. Things are starting to get dark.
Sorry, Justin, I am also fatigued?
Yes, you take -1 to everything. You got, what was it, 10?
10.
Yeah, you're fatigued.
Okay. Ooh. Ouchie.
-1 to everything.
Justin, I didn't give myself -1 for this rule.
Nope.
Should I have?
Nope.
Okay.
This rule is fine.
Okay.
For you. Okay, so like I said, 4 o'clock about, maybe 5, and you, Grinner, you're looking pretty fatigued. You are sweating buckets, and what's up, Aylar?
Sorry, question.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
That's not a
It may
question.
not change it, but it should be 11 because I already have a +1 in Constitution, and then I get +2 to Stamina.
Oh, right. Perfect.
How's
There you
11?
go.
11 okay?
Yep, that's fine. That's perfect.
Alright.
So you don't take the minus.
I got to remember that.
Wait, what is
You've been adding your Constitution?
Me?
No, I haven't.
Me neither.
Ooh.
I have 2 Constitution, so I would have been up 2 points for everything, which means this would have been 12, and my last one would have been 11.
Me too.
That's true. That's true. In that case,
We can just go forward and say don't add
yes,
Constitution.
we'll go forward and say just add your Constitution. I should have specified Constitution
point on.
stamina. Yeah.
I would say if we've done it this far, let's continue this day without adding Constitution.
Okay. Now, do you want to keep going?
Okay.
Gil is starting to look pretty sweaty as well.
Well, at this point, if we're only 2 hours away...
You might be 2 hours, you might be 4 hours.
I don't know. Well, no, it doesn't matter, because they're going to want to push on, so let's push on.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Gil and do a check to see how life-threatening it appears to be. Like, if he fails again, if he reaches more fatigue, is he not going to make it? Is he going to pass out? So, I rolled a 11 plus what?
Perception maybe?
Yes, perception.
13.
Okay, so you just looking at him, you see that his willpower is waning. He looks very weak. He can barely hold.
He looks like he's like, what's it called? You know, when you get too cold.
He doesn't look too cold. No, in fact, you guys are all very comfortably warm right now, despite the temperature. But he looks like his backpack is weighing him down significantly, and he's doing occasional slips.
And is it treacherous where we are right now if he fell?
Not particularly. No,
let's
he'd
push
be able
on
to. Okay.
I think it's time to stop, guys. Let's have some tea.
Renner puffs and says, "Oh, well, I wouldn't be opposed to it now. What do you think, Renner?"
Well, now you guys are tired. You want to stop. When I was tired, it was all fine. I'd say let's push on one more. Wait, does everybody have minus at this point?
Everybody has minuses. Yes.
All right, then yeah, let's rest.
Okay. All right. Does everybody agree, Penth? Okay.
I agree. If they all hold, I'm not going to move on by myself.
Okay. Well, that was a good run. Let's set up camp. So you guys set up camp, and are you guys... By the time camp is already set up, it's about an hour later, and that makes it about 6 o'clock, and the sun has gone down behind the mountains, making it a dark shade of blue twilight all around you.
Hold on, are we just resting, or are we setting up camp for the night?
Well, if you're resting for... Well, how long are you resting?
I just wanted to rest.
Yeah, I don't think we'd bother setting up camp or anything if we were just resting.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Okay. So by the time you get the tea ready, it's about an hour, I should have said, or 45 minutes or so. So, like I said, the sun is going down. It is hard to see. It's twilight. Do you guys want to push on in the darkness? It's going to be harder, though, now that it's getting dark.
Well, what's our goal that we're getting to here? Is it a camp already?
Cabin.
You're trying to get to a cabin. Renner says, hey, if we can make it in one day, that'd be great, but that's going to be at least 10 hours of traveling.
How much have we done?
We've done 8.
Yeah, I'd say let's push on to the cabin.
Okay.
Yeah, we can rest there for as long as we need.
Yeah, we're going to feel stupid if we wake up and walk an hour and we're at the cabin.
Okay.
If we're on the outskirts. And we're at a minus, but Penth here is just such an awesome Hulk man that he can protect us all.
All right. So you guys rested an hour. You get -1. So you get -1 taken away.
Oh, okay. I was like,
-1.
we just rested. I was get another -1.
2 negatives make a positive. And Alar, you're going to roll for... tea making. Which
About cunning and my nature lore.
Nature lore, yes. So,
Sorry.
What do you get?
Well, this roll, my intention with this roll was our next endurance check.
Okay,
so I'll
so
roll
roll
another
again.
one. So I'll roll for the nature, cunning, natural lore. So I have 14.
Perfect. Okay, so you guys can take off another minus.
Sweet. So we're back at 0. Or I'm back at 0.
All right. Now, remember that the new target number is going to be changed. It's going to be harder to do another hour. Okay.
Are we adding our constitution, or are we waiting until tomorrow?
What do you guys think?
Oh, I think we should add it.
Add your constitution. Now that you've had the tea and now that you've had a rest, add your constitution. Okay? And keep in mind that Renner said it's at least 10 hours.
Yep.
Okay. So what did you got?
It's going to attack on 5 now. Oh, man. I have 14.
I got 13.
And I have 13.
Okay. Grinner, you're fine?
Steve-O.
Let's see. Okay. Grinner is fine. Both Renner and Gil are tired, and you, Penth, and Alar as well. It's much harder navigating the snow in the darkness, and the trees around you are making this twilight seem like nighttime, essentially. It's in a very densely wooded area, and branches are scratching you here and there as well.
But not for me. I'm like dodging shit.
Not for you. You're fine, Grinner, yeah.
Yes, but if we need to set up camp, shouldn't we do it while we still have some light? Some natural light? Because we don't necessarily want to set up campfires, do we? Then everyone could see us for miles around, and that just seems like bad news to me.
And
Well,
Renner said...
I see.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Obviously,
yeah, that's why.
Go ahead, Harlan.
What?
Go ahead.
Harlan?
Oh, what was I gonna say? That's why we want to push to the cabin, because then we can
Avoid making shelter and campfires.
All right.
It's true, Renner
So we've
says.
gone at least 9 hours, so even if he's out by a couple hours, we can make it.
yeah.
Okay. So you guys are going to push again?
Yeah.
The adventure ends as we're all corpses in the snow.
Damn straight.
Can you imagine? Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no! The worst rolls ever.
All right.
4. I think 7. I got 7.
I got
I'm at 14.
Oh,
14.
you're gonna be carrying us, elf man.
Okay,
Now, do I
so
Do I
Alar
minus
is
a
fine.
point from this? No, I don't, right? Yes,
What's
I do.
that?
We have to minus a point because our constitution's down 1, right?
Oh, right.
Yep.
Yeah, 13.
So I'm at 9.
Oh, if you're at 13, then you
Oh, wait,
are
no,
you
because I
take
didn't
another
lose
minus.
No, I'm good. I'm at 14.
You're
No,
at
I'm
14?
Oh, no, I did lose one last time, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so I'm at 13.
Everybody's sweaty. Now you
So
sweat.
everybody loses a point. Actually, Renner and Gil are fine this round.
Good.
Carry us, Gil.
Let's keep going.
Keep going. We gotta push on.
Push on through.
Okay, so you guys are at hour, I believe it is 9. This will take you to 10.
Okay, what I plan to do, and I suggest to the other people, is we take our packs and we hang them in a tree. Take just some food with us, but it'll lighten our load. We get to the cabin.
But then we have to travel back to get it?
An hour or 2, yeah, but at least that way we have the rest to do it. We do it fresh in the morning, travel an hour back, then forward.
Would it benefit us at all?
Yes, yeah, that's a good question. Justin, would it benefit us? Can we lift our packs?
Taking off your packs, I would say, would give you a +1 to the next stamina roll, but it wouldn't do anything about your fatigue.
Okay.
Let's instead just put all of our packs onto Gil and give him a -8.
We don't need him.
We don't need Gil. Get his corpse in the morning.
Poor old Gil.
Could we not, well, we should have done it earlier, but make almost like sleds and put the packs on the sleds and drag them?
You could have. You could
That
have.
was
You
suggested
know, like when you
back
drag
in
a
the-
body?
Yeah.
You could drag a body if you wanted to, but it would be harder for the
No,
person
I'm
dragging.
talking like in first aid. In first aid, you make little sleds to carry the body.
But I think it would be just as much stamina being wasted because you're putting it into a different way. It'd be easier
Yeah.
to carry it longer.
Mhm.
But
All right, let's roll. Let's do this.
let's
We got
do it.
Okay, well, actually,
Well,
at
I'm
this point,
saying
Renner says, I would be a bad leader if I let us push forward.
Good thing you're not the leader. Let's go. Let's keep going, guys. We're 2 hours
says-
away.
Excuse me,
Yes?
I am paying you 30 silver pieces a
I
day
hate you
for
somewhere.
you to join me in this. I am the leader. I do have the end say. Now, if it is unanimous that you all want to push on, then I will.
I vote yes.
I won't put my foot down for everyone, but I would suggest that we spend the night here, set up camp before it is too dark for us to do so, as Alar rightly suggested.
Let's vote then.
All right. We leave it to a vote. Okay. Whoever votes to move on, put up your hands.
Well, I rolled already, so I will go with the vote.
Okay.
Because I follow Grinner, I guess. But I still think we should have stayed the last time, so.
Okay. So, very well.
Renner's like, what? Who did I bring?
Renner, yeah. And
no, I think, and I turn to Renner and I say, Renner, I understand, but I think you're scared. I think you're afraid of continuing on, and I think that's a just fear. But I think in this case it would benefit us with the warmth and the shelter and the protection that the cabin offers. And I understand completely where you're coming from, and it's a tough call, but I do think this is the better one.
And I go to him. I said, many of our young have been kept out in the cold all night, and they come back fine, stronger because of it.
Well, I want to be stronger.
You are strong.
Alar.
All right, now give me a good roll. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Shit. Yeah, 13.
I got 14.
Okay. And how did you do, Alar?
I got 10.
Okay. So, everybody, including, except for Penth. Penth, you got 14, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, everybody except for Penth. You took off the Constitution?
Yeah, I took off the 2 negative that I got.
Okay, perfect. So everybody except for Penth is exhausted by the next round, and it is pitch black now. You probably think it's about, I hope my math is correct. It was 9 hours. This was your 10th hour. And you left at around 10. So it's about 8 o'clock.
I thought we were on like 12.
No.
Okay.
We can watch this on video.
We can watch this. We can watch this. It might be 11. It's either 10 or 11. But I'm going to use Game Master's veto and say that it is.
We're still out by however many. It
Okay,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. It's 11. But I know how many rounds you are away, which is weird. I should know how many you've been traveling then. Okay, so you guys keep traveling through the forest, and a few of you bump into trees, and you stagger. Your bag gets caught. It is not an easy hour. Even for Penth, it is difficult, but you feel no more fatigue. Sorry?
Not getting worse.
Not getting any worse. So you guys make it to the next hour, and Renner says, all right, I have to stop us. We have to stop, otherwise we're not going to have any energy tomorrow.
I can see the cabin. It's right there. I can see it.
He looks where you're pointing. Do a perception check.
I'm going to do a bluff.
Pointed out the
Do a bluff.
I'm going to do a bluff.
That's an opposed check, so he's going to be rolling his perception to see whether or not.
I don't see it.
I'm just going to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
Okay, so he tells that you're bluffing. He just shakes his head.
So you can't see it, man? It's right there. It's right fucking there.
He says, let's put up camp.
Fine. How about this? I'll continue on my own. I'll set up in the cabin, and I'll come back and get you guys.
You're going to go off into the wilderness in the Frostback Mountains on your own.
I'll bring
in
a
the
torch.
dark at night in a forest.
I'll bring a torch.
You're bringing what, sorry?
A
torch?
I did not take you for the man that I thought you were. I didn't know you were this type of guy. I like that.
I like
Gruner, I should let you know that every extra day that we spend on this trip is an extra day that you get paid.
It seems odd that you want us so much to camp out here.
How so? We've been traveling for 10 hours. I'm exhausted. Everyone else is exhausted. You look like you can barely even stand up.
Look at the men. They're knackered.
Had we rested earlier, I don't think this would have been as much of a problem.
We could have. We could have.
I know you're looking at me.
I also think that we are extremely close to the cabin.
I'm pushing on.
I want to push on as well.
Okay, but we are in a forest here.
While they were
And
discussing,
my directions to this cabin are much more difficult at night in a forest, as I said.
So we
It
might
would
be lost.
very difficult for us to get there. We might even be lost right now.
while they're discussing, I'm digging out snow and making a little snow shelter that I can sit in and be sheltered from the wind.
Nope,
Okay.
you're coming too, and I pick you up by the scruff and I put you on my head.
I'm starting. My character
Grabbing
is
some
starting to
pine,
like
and
more
I'm
and more.
throwing some pine down on the ground of my snow shelter, and I'm
So how
curling
many,
up.
how many minuses do you guys have right now?
2.
2 minuses. Okay. All right. If you guys want to press on, then you're going to be doing so at the risk of Renner being very upset with you.
I'm not worried about that. We can come back. We'll go to the cabin. We'll chill for an hour. Then we'll come back and pick him up at full health.
Okay.
I feel like if we were that close, it's like, again, I mean, of course we're exhausted. I'm never arguing that we're not exhausted. But at the same time, if I was like clawing, and I saw it, I'd be like, oh, we're so close. We got to push on.
Okay.
It's like a push on moment, not a, all right, well, we're close, but let's just chill.
Well, the main reason that I think that he wouldn't want to push on
Because he thinks he's lost.
Exactly. It would be much wiser in his view to stop, wait until daytime, then look at the map and see whether or not there are any landmarks that he could continue guiding towards the cabin. Because right now at night, it's near impossible. It's like, imagine you were out in the Algonquin Park and trying to find your way around at night. In the wintertime.
I walk over to Grinner and I say, us stopping now is not a shortcoming on our behalf. It is that of our navigator.
I don't think it's a shortcoming. I think it's... Well, fair enough. We'll stop.
I'm already asleep.
Okay. Halar's already fallen asleep. Gil has already packed his pipe, and Renner is setting up a tent already. And he says, I am relieved that you've decided to stay. I would not want you out there on your own, not just because I've hired you and I have responsibility for you, but because just as a person, I wouldn't want to see anything happen to you.
Yes, I'm sure.
All right, so you guys set up camp. You guys make a fire. You don't feel particularly cold, though.
And we don't need a fire.
Cold, we wouldn't need a fire.
Perhaps to dry the sweat, though.
You are hungry, so you could eat, more snacks.
How dangerous are these woods, though?
They're pretty dense.
Dangerous, sorry.
Oh, dangerous? Do a cunning check. See how much you know about the Frostback Woods.
Well, I'd be at a -2, but let's do it anyway. Oh. 13, 11.
Okay. So, the Frostback Mountains are home to many hazards, as you could have imagined, avalanches, stuff like that. These woods, you probably wouldn't run into any avalanches. More so, you might find pits of snow or cliffs that you didn't see at nighttime. In terms of wildlife, you might run into crag wolves, which have been known to come down from the mountains into the wolves to hunt, and into the forest to hunt. You might run into a bear if you were unlucky, lynxes, and something known as a red lion, which is Dragon Age's equivalent of a cougar.
Wow, is she sexy?
If you're into that.
All right, well then, does anyone want to take a first watch, and then everyone else will get a shut-eye? Who's the least negative?
I'm at -2.
Yeah, Gil and Renner are both at -2.
And
I'll take first watch.
Alar?
Taylor's already asleep.
Oh, okay.
I'll take first watch.
All right, then just tap me in 2 hours, and then we'll switch.
Okay.
Because 2 hours will allow me to get to 0, and then I'll take over.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So, Penth, it's the first watch. How long are you going to stay up?
I put my armor back on as I start feeling more and more rested.
Yep.
I'll put my armor back on and take off the winter garb.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll eat and I'll make do a perimeter check every so often.
Okay. So just to clarify, you guys haven't lit a fire, right?
No.
Okay. So after about an hour and a half after everyone's gone to bed, you start to feel much colder. You're starting to feel the effects of the temperature, and you find you're not. It's
Warm
not
enough.
easy to. You're not warm enough. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I make a fire.
Okay.
So I gather some wood and make a fire.
Okay, go ahead. It's no problem. You make a fire, and you feel like no one's really going to see you. You're surrounded by trees, evergreens. It's quite dense. Doubtful anybody would see the smoke trail either. So, how long are you going to stay up before you wake someone else for the next watch?
4 hours.
4 hours. Okay. And is there anything that you want to do while you're on your watch?
Are we all sleeping in separate tents?
You guys all have separate, like, one-man tents that are... Gil and Renner are sleeping in the same tent.
Yeah, I just make sure all our food is not near the tents. You know, they're hung up from a tree and make sure all that's set up properly.
Okay. So, yeah, you do that within the first hour, no problem.
Okay, and then I just wait. And then when time comes, I wake up Grinner.
Okay. So, the time does come. It's about 1, maybe 2 in the morning. You can tell by the stars. And you wake up Grinner.
Oh, tired. I'm assuming I'm back at 0 now, though?
You are back at 0, yes.
Cool. And
I go to sleep.
Get some shut-eye, and then I just watch until morning.
Okay. And is there anything you want to do while you're on your watch?
Nope. I stamp with the fire, probably.
Okay. So, no problem. You guys spend the night. There aren't any attacks or anything like that, and you wake up the next day and set out on your way. Is there anything else that you want to do while it's daytime, or do you want to just press on?
No, just press on.
Okay. So after Renner consults the map, gets his bearing, he says, hey, it should only be 3 hours from now on. We did go a little bit off course last night, from what I can see, and don't ask how he knows, because it'd be very hard to find bearings. I guess he's just looking at the mountains and looking at the stars that are still in the sky and navigating that way. So
I'm gonna say in universe that he really wanted to sleep, so he may have known last night, but he just didn't want to say it because he knew that I would have pressed on anyway. That's what I would take as my character. I'd be like, oh, he knew last night it was only going to be 3 hours, but he probably was like, I don't know till bearings in the morning.
Maybe.
That's
maybe your character's reading too much into it, or maybe your character is 100% accurate. What kind of person is Renner? I don't know.
An accurate person.
Okay, so you guys continue on. The first 2 hours, like I said, are free. Penth, did you change back into your winter garb, or are you still in your armor?
Still in my armor.
Okay. So once again, when daytime rolls around, you don't feel the effects of the temperature. You feel fine, and the snow seems to be getting a little bit lighter as you make your way towards this cabin. But by the 3rd hour, once again, you do start to feel a little bit fatigued, possibly. So roll for stamina.
So I would get a +1 if I have the winter garb with my armor?
Yes, +1.
So that's what I did?
Okay.
16.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, but you did get the dragon die. Oh, actually, so did I. I got 6s.
Yeah, we had lots of those. I don't know if we're doing them.
I actually
Okay. So that hour, you do get -1. Penth, and Renner says, are you okay to move on, Penth? I think everybody else is fine.
Ouch. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, totally.
Okay, so you guys keep going. Next one.
Wait, am I fatigued? I was at 14.
Yep, you're fine.
Okay.
Are we not going to the cabin, or are we moving past it?
No, you're going to the cabin.
But remember, we were a little off course.
Yeah, you said 3 hours, right?
4 hours.
Oh, I thought you said 3.
3, 4. I did one of these, I think. We can go back to the video. I might be 100% wrong, but I'm going with what feels right, plot-wise, cinematically too. All right. So it looks like everybody's good. Renner and Gil are okay. Penth, you don't feel any more tired. And about 45 minutes into that hour, you start to catch a whiff of smoke. And the forest starts to clear a little bit, and you actually see what looks to be a path a little bit. There's a clearing of trees, and you reach the cabin.
Yay!
Huzzah!
I'll pull up a picture quickly, 1 second, so just you get it in your eyes. Oh no, I don't have a picture. All right, 2 seconds. So you made it to the cabin. Congratulations. Role play.
Ah, finally. I smack Renner on the back of the head and I say, next time, learn the fucking directions before.
Perhaps that ranger is here.
There's a ranger?
Smoke coming from the cabin.
Yes. Maybe it's Orc. I kick open the door. No, I check it first.
It is locked, and you hear a voice come from inside. Hello? Who is it?
Open the door. It's Renner and his crew.
Okay, give me 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second.
And I turn to little Alar, and I say, how are you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm good, thank you, sir. I'm really happy that we made it to the cabin finally. Would you like me to make some more tea when we get inside?
You are just adorable. Can I hug you?
All right.
In the front.
Okay.
You smell like pine needles.
I'm going to do a screen share, everyone.
Okay.
So that's the cabin there. It's quite large.
Oh, cool.
But as you can see, the forest has cleared out quite a bit, and you're right at the base of the mountain now.
Wait, that door is open. You said it was locked. No, we can walk right in.
Smartass. Wise guy, eh? Okay. So that is the cabin, and yes, you do hear a voice from inside who says, "Renner, who are you talking about?" And the door, you hear some locks unbolt from inside, and the door opens a small amount, and there's a chain, a thick chain, keeping the heavy door from opening all the way. And a stooped-over man with a gray ponytail looks at you and says, who are you? What are you doing?
And I turn to Renner and I go.
And so Renner speaks with the man for a while, and the man doesn't seem to be opening the door at all. And Renner comes back to you guys and says, okay, so it's a good thing that we're here in the daytime because the man has proposed a deal to us. He seems nice enough. Sorry, Arlen, I had to. He had to. It seems that him and his granddaughter, who both live here, are, well, they've been eating nothing but moss for the past couple weeks after their winter store ran out, and they say that they'll let us rest here and spend the night here if you go out and do some hunting for them. Catch them.
Let's kick open the door and kill them both.
Deer.
Come on, Penth. I know you're into this.
I'm not into killing people for no reason.
If you guys do that, they'll not be paid. You understand?
We'll just kill Renner and take all his money too. Yeah, we can hunt you a deer. Sure, no problem.
Okay. So Renner says, all right, well, Grinner, it makes most sense for you to go. we're right at the base of the mountain, so don't take this the wrong way, but I would feel much more comfortable if someone traveled with you.
No,
just
absolutely. I'll be taking the daughter.
He looks at you, confused.
And I knock on the door. Yeah, open the door, please. I need to speak to your daughter.
No. No, you don't need to speak to her.
I'm sorry, are you looking for someone to hunt food for you and feed you through this winter?
Well, yeah.
Well, let me tell you something, Pops. If you train your daughter in hunting, as I will be doing when I hunt, she will be able to hunt for you, and then you don't need to rely on the kindness of strangers who need something from you in the future.
My granddaughter is 6 years old. I'm not sending her out of the wilderness with a stranger.
I was 4 and 5 when I learned to hunt, when I left the chantry, and Penth over here, this dude lived in the fucking wilderness till he was 4.
How do I know that you're just not barbarians coming to steal my daughter from me?
I hate to break it to you, but I can get more tail than your 6-year-old.
What the hell are you talking about? Get out of my face. There's no way you're staying here.
You're just going to starve to death. What are you going to do? Eat nothing? Look, I'm telling you that you can teach a man to fish, and he eats for the rest of his life, or I can give you fish, and you eat for today. I'm telling you I can teach you how to fish and hunt.
Hunt.
Mostly hunt.
Mainly hunt. Well, I do know how to fish, too, but I'm giving you the tools for a free lesson on how to make your life better. Don't slam the door in my face.
You do a persuasion check. I'm not entirely sure, actually, Harlan. What are you trying to do?
I'm going to teach the daughter how to hunt.
He seems oddly... Well, he seems confused as to why a stranger would want to do that.
Because it's the same reason a stranger wants to hunt for him. I don't want... Look, I'm doing it in the most abrasive way possible, but I'm trying to help them. Fine, let me do this instead. Pops, sir, you guys will not last another winter out here. Let me teach you or your daughter how to hunt when I go hunting this afternoon. Then you can use those skills I've taught you to provide for your family. Because next time, travelers like us might not come along. If you feel comfortable, you can come as well.
Okay. Do a perception check.
Perception or persuasion?
Or persuasion, yeah, sorry. Persuasion...
Okay, so 6, 3, 6... So it's 12, 13, 14, 15, plus 4. That's 19.
Okay.
He's like,
so,
yes, yes.
He closes the door.
And I got doubles.
And you hear some bolts unlock from inside. And he opens the door again and says, Andraste, help me. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not the hunter I once was, and what you're saying makes a lot of sense. I feel like I can trust you. I can, right?
You have my word.
You'll protect my daughter. She's young.
I'm going to. You have my word. As a rogue.
Okay.
The word is
so he says, Ellie, come on down here. My friend here is going to teach you to hunt.
And what if we come across, like, a red lion and the daughter dies?
No, I'm not going.
Don't go back to the cabin.
Are you kidding? Penth is coming with me as well. I'm not going alone.
And what about the boy?
What boy? Who are you talking about?
If you let me in, sir, I'll make you a nice, refreshing tea.
This is no boy. This is our tea stewardess.
Okay. So the plan is that Grinner and Penth and the daughter are going to go hunting, and Alar, you're going to stay back here.
With
Alar,
the old man stand there?
Come with us. No,
What's
it'd
that?
be good for you to come with us.
Sorry, where's the old man?
The old man is inside. He's not going to come hunting. He's too old.
That's fine. In the meantime, I will show him how to use some of the stuff we find around to make a little more healthy than just moss.
We're not just going to provide for this family. We're going to help this family provide for themselves.
Wow.
Because again, you can
We're like
do a
Ty
lot.
Pennington.
You can do a lot with pine, as far as the pine needles, the pine sap.
Moose.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. He's on board. He's on board, very surprisingly. Somehow, fate didn't even expect this. But
Moose. That makes sense.
Perfect.
And you know what? In all fairness, I'm not just trying to throw wrenches, because think of my character. I had that little boy that I adopted when his family died, and I taught him how to fend for himself, and I bring him back to his uncle. I think I'm very with kids especially, I have a soft spot.
I won't.
See,
I don't want to go without Alar.
what's that, sorry?
I don't want to go without Alar.
You don't want to go without Alar.
No, I think this is a good opportunity for him. I think staying in a warm cabin will just make things worse.
Okay, how about this?
Squishy?
Pen? How about this then? I will take the daughter and Alar, and you can stay back and help this family, help this man.
I'm sure that's a good idea. I think I will learn more from this man than hunting.
Okay, then I'll take Alar instead of...
Okay.
Renner seems a little taken aback by that. He says, he takes you aside, Grinner, and he says to you, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know what you're going to run into out there. And if you do run into any Avarians, which is very likely, seeing as we're out in the open now, it would make sense to have an Avar with you if you needed to speak with them.
Renner, I completely understand, but I know the GM, and he won't kill a kid. I'm kidding.
All right, aside.
No, but I'm saying I understand, but in a hunting capacity, the more people, especially in Avari, clumbering and loud, would scare away the deer. Unfortunately, I can't. I can, however, hunt within a radius that we might be able to run back here.
My character's not lumbering and loud. He's very dexterous.
I thought he was like a huge, 6 or 7 foot dude.
No.
How tall are you?
6'1", I think.
Oh, I pictured you as like Kunari.
No, his highest score is dexterity. So I'm actually more quiet than you are.
Oh, well, you're a bigger dick.
I do have.
That's fine. Then I guess. Well, but then we're just bringing everybody, aren't we?
Well, hey, I'm just going to weigh in here, and it's not only the ears on the elf that are long.
No, I think I'll just take the girl and the elf.
Okay.
And hope that we don't die.
All right. And Penth, you're okay with not going?
I think I will be more challenged in here than I will be out there.
Okay. Perfect. So, you guys, you set off. The hunters set off. Grinner, Alar, and a girl who you don't know what her name is.
I thought you said her name was Holly or something.
Ellie.
Oh, Ellie. I thought you said Holly. And I was like, yeah, clever. Ellie.
No. Her name's Ellie. She looks like she's about 10 years old. She's very shy, timid.
The dude just said he was 6.
6.
But she looks 10.
Yeah. So, but she looks 10. Hard to keep it all straight in my head. Okay.
No, 10's easier. She can hold the bow better. 6 is
that's what I was thinking. I wasn't expecting you to
kindergarten.
take her out if she was 6. But anyways, there you go.
This is going to benefit them.
It might, yes, it might. So,
sure.
Okay, all right.
As long as it doesn't kill us all.
Okay, so you guys split up, and Grinner and Alar go into the forest to hunt for food. Penth, you stay behind and chat with the old man.
Yep.
Okay.
Before we go into the woods, I would pull Penth aside and say, look, I'm bringing 2 unskilled hunters into the woods. If you should hear anything, keep your Bavarian ears to the ground, to the grindstone. And if you should hear anything, please don't hesitate to come. I might need your help in a fight.
Do you feel like you're... I won't be able to hear anything. If you feel like you need me, I should come with you.
I thought the Bavarian ears were legendary for their ability to hear in the woodedness.
Nope.
Sorry, sir. I think it's
Oh, that's the one thing that you don't have better than everybody else.
Yep.
What was that, Mike?
But I think you meant elven ears, sir.
Yeah, but I don't know you're anything yet. I don't know if you're a powerful warrior. To me, all you are is a
I can assure you I'm not.
Oh, great. All right, then maybe I call back to the Avarian and say, look, come along anyway.
Okay. So you guys go. You all to go together.
Yep.
Yes, better than to split up the party too. I think it'd be more.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So you guys go out. You set off hunting, and it is difficult for the first couple hours to. You don't even see anything while you're out there, and you're starting to think that you're not going to see any deer. They've all migrated or something. But after about the third hour, you do see a deer, and you have an opportunity to shoot it. So the little girl sees the deer, and she's the one who notices it, and she points at it.
And I go, and I hand her my bow.
Okay.
And I guide her.
Down bow string.
Okay,
What's that?
so Grinner is the designated hunter.
Yep.
So Grinner's role is the stealth roll. That's the main stealth roll. But everybody else is going to roll a stealth roll. If you beat the target number that I have here, then you give him +2 to the stealth, and the deer doesn't notice you if he succeeds. If you are under, then you actually give him a -1 or no bonus, depending on what your dragon die is. Okay?
So
Okay, so you got a penth.
So I got 10. So is it dexterity?
Yeah.
So 13.
13, okay, and Alar,
What am I doing here?
you're just rolling a...
Rolling a what? Sorry?
It's to shoot the deer, so you're rolling for...
Oh, I don't have a bow. I don't have any.
You just be quiet.
Yeah, stealth. It's stealth right now. Dexterity.
Okay. That looks like it's going to be an 8. I probably scare it away.
An 8, you don't have any dexterity?
Not really.
Okay, so you don't actually scare it away, you just... What was your dragon die? The one in the middle? 1, okay. So you do give Harlan's roll a -1. Penth gave it give it a +2. And the girl gives it a -1. So you're basically taking your roll as it is, Harlan, which is
15.
15. Okay. So you don't scare the deer away. Now, who is shooting at it?
I'm gonna get her to shoot at it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do it like a golf teacher. I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna like talk to her. I'm gonna like, look, you wanna pull back the string, take a deep breath, guide it, and I'm gonna like kind of guide her through. If I knew how to shoot a bow, this is where I'd be using real world knowledge, but I don't. God, take a breath and then release.
Okay.
You just hold your breath slightly before you release. That's if you're shooting your gun.
Okay.
So she's rolling. She actually seems pretty nimble. She looks like the bow sits in her hand pretty nicely. I don't have stats for her, but I'm giving her a dexterity of 1. Okay.
That's what I have. Kid, you are no more better at this than I am.
Wow, okay. That's amazing.
She fucking smokes it between the eyes.
You're hired.
What stunt did she do?
Oh, she was stunned.
She's stunted.
So you get to choose the stunt, Harlan.
Oh, perfect. All right.
And she's got 4 stunt points, and she does hit it, no problem.
She kills the deer behind it as well.
It glances off and hits another deer.
All right. I'm just pulling up the stunts now. What page are they on?
They are on... Oh, I don't know what page. Sorry.
Actually, I've got them in front of me.
Okay.
What do you want? You've got, you can move yourself on the target.
Oh, never mind. Just found it. Just found them. Sorry.
Rapid reload.
Well, I don't think if she hit it, I don't think she'd have to hit it twice. Let's do dual strike.
Actually, why don't you do mighty blow?
You inflict an extra 1d6 on your attack. Well,
Because
this
dual
two
strike
targets.
means
You're
that
right.
you hit a secondary target.
Yeah, you're right. I only read the title. I wasn't aware. So yeah, let's do Mighty Blow twice. So she'll add 2d6 damage.
Now with stunts, you can only do one stunt. You can't double up stunts.
Right. So then let's do Mighty Blow.
No, do Dual Strike. Just do Dual Strike. Oh,
No,
it's
Dual Strike. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
It has to be an adjacent target.
Yeah.
It can't be the same one.
Then let's do Knock Prone and Mighty Blow.
Perfect. That makes a lot of
Not
sense.
lightning attack.
Just this little kid's like,
Oh, it's not actually okay.
All right.
Yeah, do lightning attack.
what is lightning attack?
It says you can make a second attack against the same enemy.
Do you think it would need it though? I'm thinking it's gonna be dead.
Well, let's make
Well, it's
sure.
gonna be prone
Oh,
at
no.
least.
Do Mighty Blow and Knock Prone. That's cool.
So what is the damage?
1d6 of damage. Like my
What's the
damage.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, what's the damage of your bow?
Oh, it's 1d6 plus 1.
Okay. So that I guess she'd get the same because she's got the +1.
Yeah,
So
so-
you get to roll. You roll the 1d6.
Okay. So she got 6.
Okay.
So 5 plus 1, and then
And
we'll do Mighty Blow, or should we do lightning attack? If she does lightning attack, she has to roll hit again, right?
yes.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
I think
think
you
you
better
do.
do Mighty Blow.
Lightning attack.
attack
You
is-
make a second attack against the same enemy. You must have a loaded missile weapon to make a ranged attack.
No, it's okay. So we'll do Mighty Blow.
Mhm.
So that's not really worth it, but that's 2.
Okay.
So that's 6, 7, 8. And then we'll do what? Rapid reload.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only one we can do.
No, you did. You knocked prone, didn't you?
No,
Yeah,
because
oh,
that's right. We have 2. Yeah. Okay.
No,
Let's
I
do.
hate this, guys. I don't know why we rolled, but did you take into consideration she doesn't have training in the bow?
I didn't actually, but she rolled really well on her attack, so I don't know if
It doesn't matter for the attack. It matters for damage. It takes half damage.
Oh. Okay. So then, what is the max damage that it does?
So 8. So we'll say 4,
4 damage.
and then
Okay.
we'll say she knocked it prone.
Right. So
And then-
the arrow.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
It zips through the air, hits the deer right in the back leg, and the deer collapses on the ground. And you guys have a round to run up to it.
I'm gonna make her do it. I'm gonna stand her up, walk over there, and hand her the dagger, and I'm gonna like kneel down next to the thing with her. I'm gonna say, hit it right here, and I like mark where she has to kill it.
Okay.
It's just trembling.
Yeah, she doesn't like the idea of using the dagger.
She's not gonna like it, but look, you're gonna have to skin this. I'm saying this to her. Look, when you kill an animal, you need to skin it, cook the meat, take off the fur. You're gonna have to know how to clean this animal completely, and this is the first step.
So you say this as you're running towards the deer?
as we're walking. I mean, it's well, okay, fair. Yeah, we're running.
Because you can tell that it is struggling to get back up.
Okay, yeah. And then I just run and jump in and hold it down. Just
Okay.
go, kill it.
Okay. So for that, roll for your strength.
Oh, okay. You're gonna laugh if a deer kicks my ass. It doesn't.
Nice.
I hold that fucker down.
All right. Yes, you do manage to hold it down, and the girl hesitates with the dagger. I'm gonna say that she's doing a willpower check. See if
Can
she
I do a
actually does it.
communication to try to boost it? Can I like talk her through it?
You can give her a morale check.
Sure.
The morale of her.
Okay, so what? 3 persuasion?
It's willpower actually.
Okay.
Morale.
Oh, hey! I have the courage thing. Can I try to instill courage? in
Yes. Yeah, you can do courage. I'll let that happen.
her? Fuck yeah. She is the most courageous thing in the world,
Okay, so
and I'm gonna give her mighty blow, knock prone again, and pierce armor.
wow, holy shit!
I told you bringing her was gonna be a good idea.
So she jumps. No, that's not her attack though. That's just your courage roll, right?
Yeah, that's
Fights
me
into
just
it.
telling her.
Okay, so she jumps forward, and the dagger, it looks like it's going to glance at first, but she manages to get it right in the deer's jugular, you think, and let's see how much damage she does. So, I don't know, do you have to be trained in a dagger? I guess you do, light blades. So, roll again for damage. Mighty blow.
So it'd be 2 plus 3. I'll do Mighty Blow again. It's 5, 6. So hold on, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minus 2, rounded up or down? Or divided by 2?
Up to you guys. We can decide now, rounding up or
I think we round down.
Round down. It's another 4 damage then.
Okay, 1 second. Anybody want to describe this from what their character sees?
Sure. Sitting back with Alar, we see Grinner carry the little girl under one arm over to the animal and then jump on the animal and screams, yells for the girl, come closer, and hands her a knife and points to where it needs to be cut. And the girl is apprehensive and scared, you can see, but Grinner says something to her. Some sort of, we don't know, we can't hear it from her, but all of a sudden this change in the girl, her disposition changes and her shoulders lock, and she jumps on the deer and stabs it twice.
And what does Penn think about that?
I'm impressed, and not so much by the little girl, but by Grinner.
Okay. But he was able to bring that out of someone.
I speak to Alar, and I said, you let the little girl go. You didn't want to partake?
And I just look up, try to take a little step back just in case he tries to squish me again. And then I walk over to the deer and put my hands on its head and thank it for its sacrifice.
I was going to say, you better not heal it. And I bring it back to full health. No, the only thing I would change out of Penn's description is I wouldn't have screamed at her. I'd be very careful not to draw anyone to us. It's the only thing I would do.
Okay. So, Alar, so the deer is dead, and you guys can bring it back to town. Penn, I want you to do a perception check.
Okay. So, 10 plus my perception. So, 12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all of a sudden, you see something flash in the corner of your eye. And before you can even really turn to see what it is, something heavy is on you and is trying to bite at your neck.
Okay.
Okay. All right. This is crazy. So, it hits. Something bites right into your neck, and you scream out as blood starts to ooze down your neck.
You have my defense there, Justin?
What's that?
You have my defense?
What is your defense?
14.
14. Okay, it definitely hits.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it rolled. It rolled 2 5s, and
Yep.
on the dragon die it rolled a 6.
Okay.
So, this is the surprise round. Everybody roll initiative.
Nice.
Nice. What's initiative plus?
Dexterity. Okay, so what did you guys roll? What's your total? Just tell me your total.
Mine's in the top right.
Mine too.
Top left. Top right? Top left. 20. Nice, Chris.
Ooh, that's hard to do. There we go.
Okay, so 20, 16.
Oh, yeah, wrong way. Ooh.
So Grinner's first.
No. Pent will be first.
Oh, Penth, sorry.
After I take damage, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
So this is the surprise round.
See what my armor does.
And I'm just going to print something off quickly. Ouch.
There we go. That's how it works. All right.
Yeah.
You still did it.
You got it. All right, so you take. All right, so you take 7 points of damage.
So I take no damage because of my armor.
You have armor. Your armor negates 7.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So you don't take any damage at all. Somehow your garb gets in the way of its teeth, and it shakes you. You can tell it's trying to snap your neck, whatever it is. But it's definitely got a hold on you. But it does have a 6 for the stunt dice. So it's going to use Mighty Blow, and it's going to seize the initiative, which changes the tempo of battle, moves me to the top of the initiative order, or the whatever's attacking you, and it can use another turn against you before you get to move. Okay, so it's basically jumping in front.
Okay.
So this is the attack against you, the Mighty Blow. So you take 2 damage. Your armor was 7, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you take 2 damage. I'm sorry I didn't ask about your armor to begin with. I should have that now. Okay. And so now we're at the beginning of the initiative order.
It's the lion again, right? Or whatever it is.
So it attacks again. It's trying to break your neck. Okay, and it rolls 12, 13. Okay, so your AC is what again?
14 is my defense.
Okay, so it hits. It gets +5 to attack.
Yep.
And it did roll another dragon die of 6 and got doubles. So it's going to use Pierce Armor. Oh. And it's going to use Knock Prone. And Disarm, I guess. It can do all 3, right?
I don't know. How many? What do you roll for its dragon die? 6?
6, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Now,
so,
how would it disarm my gauntlets? Like, what is it disarming me with?
You
I
beat your hands off?
No. If it's if you're
I don't
wearing
have a weapon
gauntlets, yeah. If you don't have a weapon out, then it's not going to do that. But
Okay.
it'll try to do that. Whatever. It's stupid. So you're prone, and you take.
So my armor rating is now 3, I guess. Or am I rounding down? Or up?
For Pierce Armor?
Yeah.
Rounded down.
Okay,
Armor
so it's
ratings
3.
have rounded down. Yes. And so for the attack, there we go. You take 8 plus 3 damage, so 11 damage.
-3 or no?
-3.
So 8 damage?
8 damage. Okay. So, something large has just attacked you, and it is your turn, Penth. What do you do?
Being that I imagine he's on top of me,
Mm.
and I don't have an opportunity to get a weapon out, I'm just going to try to strike it in the ribs as best I can.
Okay. Go ahead. Because you are prone, I think you get a negative to melee. Pretty sure.
Okay.
-2. That's the D&D rules. Does anybody know any different?
I can check. I don't know.
Okay. We'll use the rules for now until I read up more about it. So it's a -2 to your attack. No, we can't do that. No. Because it's D&D uses the Roll20 system.
Yeah, so
are
I got...
you good with doing -1 to melee attacks while you're on the ground? +1 to defense while you're on the ground?
Well, then I would have had more defense.
No, defense against ranged, sorry.
So we're not doing that, or we are doing that?
What do you guys think?
For what?
I would say just keep it as is right now. Don't worry about bonuses or penalties until we actually figure it out.
Sure. Okay. So just as is.
12.
12. Okay. Yes. Okay. So it doesn't quite hit. It's you feel your gauntlet just kind of glancing off, and it doesn't actually make full contact.
Okay.
All right, next it is Grinner.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming I turn around because I hear all this happening.
Yes.
Then what am I looking at? Describe this screen.
You basically see Penth and a large four-legged animal, looks to be a cat by its tail, rolling around in the snow.
Is it red?
It is red. You are catching flashes of red, yes.
And I scream, "It's the red dragon! Run!" Or lion, sorry. All right. I turn to the girl very softly and say, "Excuse me, dear, do you mind hiding under this bloody carcass of a deer?" And I grab my bow from her hand, and I go, and I fire one at the red one.
I thought these things smelled bad on the outside.
Hide it in the deer.
Yeah. That's what I told her to get under the deer, so she's going to be like...
She's hiding under the deer that she just killed.
Yeah, well, I figured that's probably the best place right now.
Hide behind the thing that smells like flesh.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, think about it. It's not going to attack something that's dead.
All right, so the girl is going to go on your turn from now on, Grinner. If ever you want her to do something, just tell her to do it, and she will do it on your turn, okay?
Sure, and I tell her to get under the thing. She still has the dagger, and I say, and if anything comes near you, you stab that fucking thing right here. And I give her my little courage boost.
Okay, she nods at you, obviously scared.
And I give her a high five. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. And I fire an arrow at the thing.
All right, so roll for attack.
And I miss. 11.
11 in total? Okay, so, yeah, unfortunately, your arrow glances off a tree and doesn't make contact at all. Do you want to do a move action, your minor action?
I guess? Yes. No, I'll reload.
You'll reload, okay.
That's a minor, right?
Yep. No, not with a bow, I don't think. With a crossbow. Is it with a bow?
I think it's a major action with a crossbow.
Minor with a bow.
I think so. Let me check.
Okay, you check on that. We'll go to Alar.
Reload is a minor action with a bow. Oh. It's a major action with a crossbow, yeah.
Okay. Alar, it's your turn.
I will probably... crap, what would I do? Because I don't... I would probably jump behind the deer and pretend, take a pose like I'm defending the little girl with my quarterstaff.
Sorry, quick pause, just because the prone. We were asking what the penalty is?
Yes.
The only penalty is any character making a melee attack against a prone foe gains +1 bonus on the attack roll.
I see. Okay, so
there's no negative to the person prone.
Okay, and it's a damage or attack, the bonus?
On the attack roll.
On the attack.
It's actually in the stunts. It actually says it right next to the stunts, knock prone, and then it says that.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, that's the only place that it says anything about being prone.
Yeah, I even searched the Game Master's Guide too for the words prone, and those are the only time it came up, only under stunt.
Perfect, awesome. So yeah, if there's anything like that comes up, Grinner, to maintain the flow of pace, or the pace of the game, just, yeah, if you could check it out. And
I'll do that. I'll put a light bulb on my head when Harlan has something interesting to say.
Okay.
When Harlan has new information, a light bulb will appear over his head.
And what does it look like?
It looks like something I don't have available right now, but I'll get it shortly.
Okay, great. Alar, so you're jumping behind the girl and protecting her with your quarterstaff.
No, in front of the girl. In front of the girl, not behind her. No biological shielding with a 6-year-old.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so that's your turn.
That's it. I'm just moving. Oh, I guess I was pretty much there anyway because I was blessing the deer or whatever.
Okay.
So that's basically all I'm doing this round. Unless it looks like next round, if it looks like we're in trouble, then I would probably try something else. But at this point, I don't want to give away that I can cast.
Okay. What did you just say? What did you just say? You said something about casting.
Not in game, I didn't.
Yeah, there's two different levels here. So, okay, so once again, the cat is vigorously shaking you, Pent, and he's got some of your white garb in his teeth. And he goes again for the throat. Your defense is 14, you say?
Yep.
So he got 5 plus 4. Okay, so it is a tie.
Goes to the defense.
And it
Always goes to the attacker.
It goes to the attack. So it does hit, and he rolls for damage. This time he didn't get any stunts, though, so you're lucky in that sense. And you take...
Oh, if there's a tie, whoever rolled higher on the dragon die wins.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay.
Right, but it wasn't a tie, it was just against his AC, so he didn't roll a dragon die. Okay, so he rolled an 8 plus 3, so you take 11 damage.
Minus 7.
If it's a tie on that, it's whoever has the higher ability.
Okay. Now I just remembered that he does get a +1 because you're prone.
To the attack, so it would have made it.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have been a tie, but yes, 11 damage minus your armor.
All right.
All right, your turn, Pen.
I'm gonna try to unsheath a sword.
Okay.
Would that be okay?
Yep, that's fine. Now, one thing about swords in the Frostbacks is that it's
cold.
It's cold, and it's hard to pull your sword out of the scabbard, which shrinks.
You think it would be hard for someone who's lived in the Frostbacks for so long? Why would he have a scabbard that would do that? You know what I mean? Like, I grew up in the Frostbacks, and I've been trading with the sword. I imagine it wouldn't be challenging for me to draw my sword.
I was going to say, because again, as opposed to that, like again, if you were thinking like Gladiator, when it was the metal on the metal, right? Because you had metal on the top of the sheath.
Yeah,
whereas,
it freezes in the snow.
Swords, the side is all wood, so you wouldn't get that frosting. So I would imagine that Frostback mountain guys would probably have antler, maybe at the top.
Interesting. Okay.
But it's up to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does say I'm just going off of one of the side adventures.
Yep.
And it does say that you have to do a strength check to pull it out, but it does make sense. I'll use that as a valid argument that no, you don't have
I think if it was Grinner, I would do that because he would probably have, something made in town. Whereas I think
rude.
Whereas I think someone that lived in the Frostback Mountains, they would make that the mouth. I don't know what you call it on a regular sheath in Japanese. It's a
mouth.
It's in the carp mouth. But you make it out of antler or something.
Okay, I am game, but you do have to use a minor action to unsheath your sword.
And the major action would be to stab it.
Okay.
So I'm taking it out as I'm fighting with the lion, and I'm just going to try to shove it in between its ribs.
Okay, go for it.
Yes! 16, 17, 18.
Very nice. So this is your strength check, right?
No, I thought I didn't have to do that.
Is it a short sword?
No, it's a bastard sword.
Still to attack, though.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, I'm adding my strength. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm adding my strength.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
11.
Okay, yes, it connects. You feel the blade slicing the animal's flesh, and you
my dragon die is a 6.
Yes, it is.
So let's see what I want to do.
Mighty blow.
Yeah. Okay. Or I can't do dual strike, right?
You can do dual strike. Have so strong effects. Oh no.
No, but you can do lightning attack.
I'm going to do Mighty Blow.
You could do Skirmish, and you can move yourself from under it.
I'm going to do Mighty Blow, Skirmish, and Defensive Stance. Does that work?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start with the first of all, the attack.
Okay. So roll for damage.
9, 10, 11.
11. Okay.
So yeah, 11 damage plus 1d6. 12 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to push it off me. And then I'm going to back away from it.
Now, if you're pushing it off of you, so you're not pushing it, you're not throwing it or anything, you're just pushing it off of you and standing up.
Yeah, so for the skirmish, I'm going to move yourself or the target you attack 2 yards in any direction.
Okay.
But I will push it off 1 yard and get myself out for the second yard. Does that work?
Yep, that works.
And then I'm going to take a defensive stance.
Okay, so you use 2 for the mighty blow, 2 for the defensive stance, and 2 for the skirmish.
2, 2, and 1 for the skirmish. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So it's good. So you said you did 12 damage?
Yep.
All right. So as you stand up and push yourself away from the cat, your bastard sword glides across the flesh of the cat and creates a long, jagged slash in its side. All right. And it growls at you. Grinner.
Sexy. All right, fire another arrow at it.
Okay. I'll just point out that it's about 20 yards away from you, Grinner, and about 25 yards away from Alar.
All right. Well, my sword can be fired.
Your sword, eh?
My short bow can be fired a total of 16 yards. What's a yard to a foot?
3. 3 feet to a yard.
So 16 yards would be...
So what's your speed?
3.
What?
16 times 3.
Okay, so I can't hit it. If it's 20 feet away, that's fine. So yeah, I'll fire again. Because it's within my short range.
I think I said it was 20 yards away, right?
Yeah, you said 20 yards, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said feet.
No.
Okay, then I will step 4 yards closer.
Okay. So you move 4 yards closer, and you make the attack then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Roll. Nice. All right, this is what's going to go down. I hit it, so let's roll for damage first off. And that's 1d6 plus 1. Oh, sorry, 1d6. Yeah, plus 1. Okay. 1d6 plus 1. I'll just add it to this, because I don't want to get rid of that sexy score. So we got 5 damage. Then we'll do a mighty blow, because I have 6, so we'll do a mighty blow.
Okay.
So 5 damage, plus another 5 damage, so 10 damage.
Mighty blow just gives 1d6, no plus 1.
Oh, it doesn't add my dexterity?
No.
Okay. Then...
So it's 9.
Sorry, so what I should have done in between that is I should have rapid reloaded, because otherwise I wouldn't have had an arrow. So I fired, did 5 damage, rapid reloaded, which takes 1 away.
Mighty blow doesn't take another attack either.
Oh, what?
It's just you do an extra 1d6 to the damage. If you're trying to do a lightning attack, then
that's what I want to do. I can do that again anyway, so we're fine. Okay, so mighty blow, so we'll do that. Okay, so that's a total of 9 damage, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So then I'll do a rapid reload, which means I have 3 left, and then I will do the lightning attack. Making a second attack at the same area, you must have a loaded missile weapon, which I do now, so I make another ranged.
Perfect.
But I don't get any more stunts if I roll a double. Okay, so he's done 9 damage, and I'm going to clear that, and we're going to go again. And 6, 10, 11, 12.
12 to attack?
Yeah, to hit.
To hit.
Yeah, to attack.
Okay,
yeah.
So you rapidly load another arrow and you fire it off, but it just sails over the cat's head. It doesn't quite hit him.
Bastard. Whatever. Got him for 9 damage last time. And I yelled, Peth, you got this shit, mate. Go fucking do it. Fuck that fucker up.
Okay, and Alar, it's up to you.
Hey. How's everyone looking?
Peth has been hurt.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up, but nothing I can't survive.
How much damage have you taken?
I'm at 22 health of 36.
Oh, sorry. And as my minor action, I reload again.
Okay.
Again, I'll be like.
Oh, you already used your minor action, Harlan. Sorry.
With
You
what?
moved? You moved
Right. Okay.
4 yards.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alar, go ahead.
I'm going to be again looking for. It'll be tough, but using nature lore just to see if there's anything I could use to quickly heal those wounds once they've disposed of the cat.
Okay, go ahead. Nature lore.
Oh, what are we at there? 16.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so based on the you don't have knowledge of his wounds exactly. You do know.
You can use tree sap to stick.
Yeah, I know I can use the pine sap, but we'd have to draw a bath and make him a nice warm bath.
And it wouldn't heal him right away. We would just heal a little bit faster.
So again, I will be sort of moving off to the side, trying to keep myself between the girl and the lion, and seeing if I can get to a spot where I can also collect some sap.
Okay. All right. And yeah, you can collect the sap now if you want to. I mean.
Just I don't think I'd need much.
Okay, so
make a paste and paste it on him.
As Penth,
want to rub your abs?
I don't know if Penth would go for that, to be honest.
I wouldn't think anything.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
It's me and you now.
Yay! All the cool kids
so
left.
I found gold in the lion's stomach.
Me too. It had hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're still live, so we're still
Who do you like?
Oh, I like them all. Good game so far. I'm quite enjoying it.
Me too. Oh, I lost everything. We lost everything. What was that?
I know. I think it was the server restarting.
Ah. And you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Because we needed to recap what's going on. We were in the middle of a battle. And that was what was happening. A battle. A battle. Hey, Mike.
Just to recap.
Oh, yeah. So,
we should recap.
I was recapping, yes. Just to recap. Okay, so Chris, you were attacked by something from behind. It tore you to the ground.
Well, why were we attacked? Because we were out hunting to try to find food for this father and daughter.
And to train them how to hunt themselves.
Yes, which was very nice of you.
Of us.
Mostly you.
When it's failures, it's me. When it's successes, it was us.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, because I have no problem taking the blame.
Welcome back, GM.
Welcome back, Gum.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
It wasn't you. It was the server. Everyone lost.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I got a little.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I got a little pop-up that said Google Hangouts needed to restart its server or something.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
what were you guys just talking about?
You and your new haircut, and we love it. I just think it's gorgeous.
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
No, we were just recapping that we were in the woods. We were teaching a young family how to hunt, or a young girl of a family how to hunt. Chris was attacked by some glorious red monster from behind. And then, Chris, what happened after that?
Then I managed to fight it off of me and get a glancing blow with my bastard sword. And thanks to you, Grinner, also a couple arrows into the side of the beast.
So far, we've been doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm. All right, and Alar is collecting tree sap, correct?
That is correct.
Which is also just as good.
I was going to say, it's for a noble purpose. It's for a noble purpose. He's there to help you when we're done. So I
Hey, if I was a 16-year-old, I'd be staying away from that cat.
I picture some sort of like anime cutaway where it's like really intense, and there's like Alar being like, "Whoa!" also really intensely scraping like.
Yes, I've also got some charcoal and I'm doing rubbings.
Leaf prints or whatever.
Yeah.
Cute.
I'm gonna do that on Pent's abs as well.
Nice. Hey, whose turn is it?
It is. I think that was the end of the round, so it's back to the cat.
Yeah, Wolfie Wolf.
So, yes, this is a red lion. You believe it's not a wolf, it's not a bear.
Oh my.
So you must assume that it's a red lion, one of the red lions that you've heard about. You expected them to be bigger, but who knows? Maybe it's a young one.
It's pretty big when you're up close.
Yeah, it is pretty big. It's maybe the size of a bull mastiff, or it's like a really big dog,
Like
the size of a lion, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've heard that red lions can be even larger. They grow to practically the size of a horse. Yeah. So that's that. Beautiful pelt. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so...
Dibs. Dibs for the little girl.
You're admiring its beautiful red pelt when it takes a swipe at you.
And me?
No, not at you. Sorry, at Penn. And let's see, it rolled 7 plus 1, 8 plus 5. What is your defense again?
It's now at 16. I have a +2 from last round.
16. You're at +2 from last round.
Yeah.
Okay. So 9. It rolled a 8 plus 7. So 15. So it misses. You jump back just in time before the claw is able to connect.
My defensive stance worked, and I parry its claw away. Nice.
Oh, it does that, eh?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. Nice. I like that.
All right. 12, 15 plus 2, 17.
Perfect. You hit. And you've got
A dragon dies of 6. So I will do the mighty blow. We'll do that right away. So another 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Added to, let's clear this, 2 plus 12 plus, so we're at 14, 15, 16, 17 damage total.
Wow, okay.
And then I will do for my other 4 parts.
How'd you get to 17 damage?
I did really well with my rolls. My damage is 2d6 plus 1 plus 2. And then plus the extra d6 for the mighty blow.
Oh, okay. Not that I'm complaining.
I'm gonna then knock him prone and take a defensive stance. So I'm gonna go up to it, do a mighty blow to it, then kick it over and take a stance. That's kind of defensive.
Wow. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. It just went to the Invictus screen.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna.
Okay. Wow. So after that behemoth of a move, that was amazing. 17 points of damage. The red lion is prone, and it is. And you are in a defensive stance, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Wow. Okay. So let me just tally up its health here. All right, so you slash it again, and this time the cat reels back and collapses on the ground. You can tell it's obviously exhausted, and blood is just leaking out of it.
Tainting the snow.
Yeah, tainting the snow with an oddly beautiful red tint, and yeah, it looks bloodied. You assume that it's bloody.
Done like over 30 damage to it. That's great.
Yeah, you have done a lot of damage to this one cat. It's a cat.
Right. I'm gonna fire at it with my
All right.
Times.
So you're gonna reload, which is a minor action.
Correct.
Okay, and then fire at it.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, that's what I rolled last time.
No. Unfortunately, it misses, and actually, okay, yeah, there's no bonus for the prone. So, yeah, it misses, it flies right over its head. And that's it.
You're going to have to start killing it, Alar.
All right, and then Alar.
All right, so while they're focusing on the lion, I'm going to try to take a look at where Ella is.
Okay.
And see if I can get into a spot where I can cast without anyone being able to, really see what I'm doing. Because Ella should be hiding under the deer. And those guys I'm well behind those guys, and they're focused on the lion, right? So, what I'm going to try to do. So how does this work? Because I've never actually cast before. So I've got a target number. So does that mean for the spell to work I have to beat that number?
Yes, you have to beat your own target number to see if you actually cast the spell or if it just fizzles out.
And then if I do hit the target number, then we do a test?
Yes, if you hit the number, then...
Okay.
Yes, and you're wearing your armor, right?
I'm not. No, I was wearing the... I switched to the winter gear. Okay, so I hit the target number easily.
Okay.
And
now you're using your spell power, so how effective it is.
Okay. So it says it's a Constitution stamina versus spell power.
Okay.
So my spell power, I should probably know as well, right?
Is 10 plus your magic plus the focus if you have a further type of spell.
Yeah, 12. I've got 12 plus my focus, which I don't have a focus, right?
Correct.
Okay. So it'd be 12.
Okay, so 12, and his Constitution is 5, but he does have a stamina focus. Okay. He rolled a 6, so it is 6 plus 7, which is 13. Yes, he beat it. Your spell doesn't quite connect with it.
No, actually, what happens is he takes 1d6 plus 1 damage, and then at the beginning of his turn, he would take it again. He would then roll to see if it keeps going.
Oh, I see.
Like
what spell is it again?
It's called Walking Bomb. If it reduces him to 0, he eventually just blows up and takes the creatures beside it too.
You're gonna blow up. Oh, great. No good can come from that. We're gonna lose the pelt, and I'm gonna probably get shrapnel lying in me.
So it's just 1d6 plus 1 damage for this turn.
And Pent is gonna have this unhealthy.
Because it's not gonna kill him this time.
Oh, I see. If successful, the spell ends. Okay. But doesn't that mean because he beat your spell power that the spell ends?
I don't think so, because it says...
Oh, at the start of each turn.
At the start of his turn, so it means it doesn't keep going next turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he doesn't take an additional damage.
All right.
So it's just 1d6 plus 1 right now.
Right.
So again, that would all happen inside of him, basically, so no one really see anything going on.
Perfect. Okay, so no one sees it. You do have to roll stealth because you do have to speak.
Okay.
But it'll be.
Elven curses. That's all I was doing.
So what do we see exactly?
Okay, so your stealth is 8.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody else roll. I'm going to give you guys -4 because you're engaged with the enemy. And does that make sense?
Yep.
-4.
11 plus perception.
So roll, Harlan. If I see you there, Harlan.
Can you hear us, Harlan?
Oh. He's having some technical difficulties. So Penth, do you see? So you rolled
13 minus 4, so 9.
Yeah, so you did.
Okay. So you don't see. Okay, so you managed to cast it, no problem. The cat starts to lurch in front of you, and it coughs up a little bit of blood. But you think that it might be because of your attacks. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to continue on the round. We're going to push forward. Hopefully Harlan's able to make it back before his next turn. Otherwise, we'll get him in as soon as we possibly can. So next is the cat. We're back again at the round. The cat's looking pretty shaken up, but then again, so is Penth to an extent.
So the cat's prone, first of all. So
yes, he stands up and he tries to lunge at you, but once again he misses completely. He's staggered and doesn't manage to hit you.
Okay, and then as he staggers, I take the opportunity to do one of the techniques that I learned, getting underneath his guard and passing his attack. And I attack with a 16.
A 16. Okay. You hit it. You hit.
Okay. And I do 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Okay. So this cat is. Do you want to describe your attack at all?
Yeah. So as it lunges for me, I go underneath it, and I kind of do kind of as if like an uppercut strike with the blade. I come up around it,
right at his chin.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I can.
Yes. Well, yeah, you did connect, and you do manage to slice his chin, and his jaw, his lip splits open, and you see fear in his eyes. His eyes are very wide, and it starts foaming at the mouth, a little bloody foam, and yeah, wow, this cat has taken a serious beating.
But it's not down for the count.
It's not down for the count yet. So now we're at Gritter's turn. He's just restarting his computer. He'll be back in a moment. Whatever you want to say, Chris. I would like to wait for him. Do you guys have 15 minutes? It should be done by then.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
In the meantime, sorry, are we pausing for 15? Is that what we're doing?
No, we can do a quick recap of what's going on.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'll go change laundry loads.
Oh, that's perfect.
So, Justin, if Mike's attack works and it kills him on the next round, he's going to explode potentially and do damage to me?
That's a good question, Chris. I'm going to look that up. Okay, so I'm going to read it out. You infuse the blood of an opponent within 10 yards of a corrosive poison. So he would have had to move closer. But I think, yeah, he did. He did move. He said he did. The round you cast it, Walking Bomb inflicts 1d6 plus 1 penetrating damage. Sorry, 1 second. We're still alive here. Dead air.
Yeah, so 1d6. I'm just worried that my character, if he explodes, whether my character is going to think, did I do that, or is that what all red lions do? Have I encountered red lions before? I imagine I have.
You've heard of them, like you said. Have you been outside of the walls of your cult or your clan?
Well, I feel like our people live pretty much in the wild.
Hmm.
So I imagine, we've at least heard stories, and hunters have probably gone out and killed red lions before.
So you've never actually been on a hunt or a mission?
Yeah, I imagine I would have gone, yeah. I never would have seen a red lion explode, so yeah. I would be suspicious of this.
Okay. If it does happen, we don't know
though.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Harlan is back.
And it is Grinner's turn.
Okay, no problem. It is your turn, Grinner.
Okay, so what happened? Fill me in real quick.
Chris, if you want to take that.
Did you see Grinner cast a spell, I guess? You were there for that? Elar cast a spell?
No, so now I saw it? What the
No,
fuck?
you need to roll 3d6.
To see if I saw him?
Yeah.
Alright.
-4 from your perception.
Why?
Because he was, we're kind of distracted by a lion that we're fighting.
Oh, fair enough. Isn't he like right next to me? But okay, 3.
No, he moved.
He moved up about 10 yards away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was saying next to that doesn't matter. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to fire at the lion again then.
All right.
Yes. No. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. God damn it. Is there nothing else I can do? Guess not. Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Yes. And that's my turn.
Once you go up in every third level, you can add to your abilities, I believe, or every second level. So 1, 3, 5, all the odd numbers, you can add an ability. Every even number, you get to add a focus.
Cool.
All right. So that misses, and do you want to reload?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. So next is
Lion.
Alar.
No, oh yeah.
All right. I'm going to throw some rocks
Okay.
using improvised weapon.
Sure.
Rocks, tree branches, snowballs, whatever. I don't know. I'm going to say rocks.
Okay, rocks would probably be more effective. So roll for attack.
Yep. So it'd be 12.
12. No. No dice. The rock just sails over the cat's head. Doesn't even notice it. So the cat looks like it's going to turn and run. It sees that it's surrounded and obviously outnumbered, so it tries to turn the tail and run, but not before his blood starts to coagulate. Something. Does that make sense, Penth?
I don't know. It's not my spell.
Okay. And what's it trying to beat? It's versus your spell power, right?
I thought he did beat it. I thought he beat it the first time.
While the spell is in effect, the round you cast it, Walking Bomb. No, because you infuse the blood of an opponent within 10 yards of a course. The round you cast it, Walking Bomb inflicts 1d6 plus 1 penetrating damage. While the spell is in effect, the target must make a Constitution test versus your spell power at the start of each of his turn. Yeah, so this is... Yeah, so this would be the start of his turn.
Okay.
I guess.
So he's got to beat 12.
Yeah, he should have done it earlier, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Is I think whatever. It's all good.
When he did it there, yeah, it should have happened. Okay, well, this should be very interesting because he doesn't reach 12. He stops and staggers and starts to vomit up some blood in front of you, Penth. And all of a sudden, his eyes start to bulge, and his head explodes in a spray of guts and blood, and then more blood just explodes from his body and splatters everywhere. And bones are flying in the air as well, and chunks of bones hit you with a force that you don't expect. And you take... Why don't you roll... Alar, 2d6 damage.
2d6.
Plus 1. Right. Or no, so 2d6 damage.
Is it dead? Is it dead?
It's just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound.
I'm thinking of the cat in Boondock Saints. BAM! Is it dead?
Alright, so, Penth, you take 5 damage.
So no damage. But I have bones bouncing off my chest.
Yeah.
And I'm very confused.
What did I do?
What the fuck just happened?
Did I just do that?
Did I do that with my mind? I really wanted that to happen. Maybe I thought.
All right.
No, I so already suspecting him of magic, and being that I didn't do it and Penth clearly didn't do it, I turned to...
I'm pretty sure I did it.
Alar, and I go, what have you been doing?
Protecting Al.
Did you just make that lion explode?
No, sir.
Justin, is it fair to say that my garb is completely covered in blood?
Oh, totally. Well, the front at least.
So happy.
Do you roll around in it to get the back?
No, that's cheating.
It's got to be legit. All right, then I roll. I want to roll.
Fair to say it might be a mystical creature that we don't know about.
I know about red lions, and I've never. Maybe there's some sort of demon work abroad.
I look back at Alar and I say, "You swear to me it wasn't you."
I cannot do that, sir.
Why can't you do that?
Please don't push this any further.
Is that a threat?
Okay. In the meanwhile,
No, sir.
Justin,
I wouldn't try
I'm far away from them. I'm gonna pick up the lion's head and drag it over to them and say, "Look what I did!"
It's like half flesh, half skull.
Yeah.
It's barely even holding off. In fact, the bottom jaw falls off as you bring it over to him.
There's a big smile on my face.
Well,
And the girl screams at it.
I was gonna say I helped the young girl up. At this point, I think she's a little hard at. I think she'd be.
This is hunting.
Yeah.
She screams, and her scream kind of. She looks at Grinner's face and sees you covered in blood, and her scream kind of fizzles into a ah.
I help her up and I say, "Look, now you have enough food to eat for a week."
Well, I mean, you could collect the chunks of flesh and bring that back.
Let's just give her the deer back.
And the ribs.
Well, do you want to try to keep the pelt?
There's nothing
No,
left.
not if it fucking blew up.
Okay.
I was gonna try. I was hoping to get this pelt and use it to be like, Mountain Man with a lion pelt, but no.
Well, you didn't even kill it.
What's that?
What about a couple teeth?
That's not the same.
You didn't even kill it. You can't wear a pelt of something you didn't kill.
I did most of the work.
Yeah, but you know what? Someone else popped the jar.
Yeah, Penth did 12, 17, so 29 plus 11. Penth did 40 damage to it.
And how much did Alar do? 12?
9, and then whatever destroyed it.
Yeah, probably 1.
Pop.
Well
All right,
done.
Okay, so you guys, just to wrap things up, you guys bring the deer back to the cabin, and you feast on it. Gil has prepared many spices, and it's venison. It tastes absolutely delicious. Okay, is there anything that you want to do before we wrap things up completely?
Yeah, I want to walk over to Alar while he's eating, and I say, "It was great being alongside you today," and I hold out my hand.
And I take his hand.
And I pull it away quickly and I say, "You've lost trust in a friend, or what could have been a friend today." And I walk away. And
I walk over to Grinner, and I take the arrow that was in the lion the few times that I hit him, and I said, "Next time, if I can handle it, I don't want your help." And I throw him the arrow.
Oh, shit.
And then I stand up and I say, "Next time you won't have my help. Especially if you fight like that, you pansy ass." Yeah.
I just... So, you can't even say that. You wouldn't be able to lie that good.
Maybe your character thinks that pansy ass is a good thing now.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your help.
In the meantime, I'll make some paste to heal some wounds.
Some what?
I'll make some paste to
Oh,
heal
yeah.
wounds.
All right.
Okay, so...
The tensions in the party now are like...
Oh, they're boiling.
Yeah. I don't trust him, and this guy's an asshole.
They've hit a peak, no pun intended.
And here I thought me and Penth were becoming friends.
We are in some ways, but I just didn't want to help.
It was rude. It was rude. It was
All
rude
I
to
said was
say.
next time, if I can handle it, don't help me.
Well, clearly you couldn't handle it. That's what I should have said. Clearly you
It was
couldn't
so
handle it.
close.
Yeah, you know what? Close ain't nothing. A Varian Hillsman, my ass.
I made the lion blow up.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I'm in a band of liars and thieves and I don't even know what you are. You're full of tall tales, pretending to hide your armor underneath your garb.
I am Penth.
Okay.
Me, Groot.
There's no trust here.
And you see Renner at the table. He looks a little troubled that you guys are already arguing on the second night.
So I hate you the most, Renner. I go sit with Gil, my new friend Gil. This guy's so nice to me.
So we're going to end on a bit of a prologue. Prologue? No, we're going to end
prologue for the next adventure.
Epilogue or something, an interlude. Okay. So I wrote this up. Bear with me. I'm sorry if it's a little long. Shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. But essentially, this is like, you know, on the next episode of blah blah blah, or you know, wow, this is happening, sort of thing.
So now everyone else that's not you has to turn to black and white.
Sure, yes, I like that. Everybody turn to black and white.
Sure.
Okay. It's like we don't exist anymore.
How does Mike turn to black and white? This is important.
Let's not worry about that. Just go into it.
Okay. So it's mid-morning on the day after Winter's End, only a few hours after our 5 adventurers set out into the Frostbacks. The town of Western Hills is much quieter than it was the day before, and most of its villagers still lie in their beds, recuperating from yesterday's festivities. Most people who are in the streets are headed to the Frozen Tap, some for breakfast with their families, others with the intention of remedying their hangovers with nothing other than a morning pint of ale. It isn't only villagers, however, who are on their way to the Frozen Tap. 2 men have just arrived from Redcliffe, their plate armor glistening in the sunlight. They make their way through the all but silent town, kick the snow off their boots outside the tavern, and step inside. They walk to the bar, their metal outfits clanking with each step. "Hello, good sir," said the taller and older man as he gestured to the bartender. "My name is Saxon. This is my partner Krillin. We are Templars here on official chantry business. May we take a moment of your time?" "Yes, of course," says the bartender, wiping clean the final mug. "Yes, what can I help you with?" "Well, we're here on a routine audit of Western Hills. We have orders from the chantry to travel to smaller towns and villages and simply ask, namely mayors and bartenders, if any mages had passed through the town over the past month. It is then our job to track them down and simply confirm that they're certified. It is a duty necessary to ensure the safety of Ferelden. Now, your tavern must have been quite busy last night. Did you by any chance encounter any mages?" The bartender's eyes quickly dart to the left side of the room, and he remembers the encounter with the 5 patrons that sat there the night before, and how awkward it was. His eyes return to Saxon, and he says, "Oh, mages. Well, if there was a mage, they weren't obvious about it. I mean, as you said, it was quite busy yesterday, so I didn't have much time to actually look and see if there were any mana users in our midst." "I see. Well, Krillin and I will be spending the day in Western Hills speaking to citizens. We'll need a place to stay for the night. Do you have any rooms available?" "Yes, of course. We have plenty of room." "Wonderful." So Saxon and Krillin turn, but just as they're about to leave the bar, a small voice pipes up from the corner of the room. "I've seen a mage, sir." Saxon hesitates and turns toward an 8-9-year-old boy and says, "Explain yourself." "Well, just yesterday I was on the way back from Redcliffe when, well, my wagon with my mom and pa, it had an accident, and my mom fell off and she cracked her head open." He trails off, remembering the frightening scene. "Go on," Saxon encourages, warmly. "Well, I didn't know what to do, so I ran down the road looking for help, and I came across an old man and a young boy. I brought them back to her. The old man didn't know what to do, but the boy, he came forward and put his hands together, and there were some loud pops, and all of a sudden my mom's head just started to fix itself right in front of me. It was amazing. It had to be magic." "I see. Well, thank you very much for this information. Did you happen to see what this boy really looked like?" Well, like I said, he was young like me, and he looks away, embarrassed. He was a pointy ears. An elf, Saxon corrects, as he exchanges a look with his partner Krillin. Now, this is very good information you have brought to me. Where is this boy now? And the boy says, I don't know. I don't know. I assumed they were coming here, but I haven't seen him to thank him. I understand. So Saxon stands and he turns towards the bartender. How about you? You say you haven't seen any mages. What about a young elf boy? Oh, now come to think of it, I did see a young elf boy. It was kind of strange. He was with 4 grown men. But they stayed the night last night. They left early this morning. I have no idea where they are. Very well. Well, I thank you both for your information. May Andraste bless and keep you. And with that, the 2 men exit the bar. Krillin, Saxon says as they briskly walk down the street of the snowy main street in town. I want to investigate this matter further. I need you to speak to as many villagers as possible and see if there's anybody who will back up this young boy's tale. Also see if you can find out about the whereabouts of these 5 adventurers. Aye, salutes Krillin. And what will you do? I will join you soon. First, however, I must send a messenger back to the Chantry as quickly as possible. They will want to know about this right away. I have a sneaking suspicion I have seen this mage before.
Dun, dun, dun.
Fade out.
It's like a mix of ominousness anyway.
I liked it. That was great. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Well done. Very good.
Well written.
I can't wait to be pissed off at this fucking mage who lied to me.
All right, so we're still live.
We are. So, thank you all for joining us or watching this on after it was recorded. Join in next week at the same bat time, same bat channel for the continuation of the story, as well as many others. As I said last time, we're going to be filling this channel with other things that we enjoy doing, as well as video games and probably other role-playing adventures after this one. So feel free to stay tuned and all that kind of stuff. Anyone else have anything to add?
Thanks for watching.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Good night, all.